Kurt, welcome
Anthony
from the future and
from
to
the
the
future.
internet. This is the internet of 2025. It's much less impressive than the internet from your time, I think. Um,
Oh, see, that's interesting because I thought that I was from the distant future of 2026.
oh, shit, I can't believe I've made this mistake. Can we just post this video so that it appears it came out in 2025 and then no one will know the mistakes that I made?
Probably that's the best way to approach
We could
this
pretend that this stream is
unpredictable subject.
pre-recorded, and that we're not live, and that we're like 6 months ahead of time. We've been recording them and putting them in the can. We have all of our paid actors in chat who type out messages just in time for us to respond to them.
Yeah, I think that's how we should do it.
And
I
it
think
might
that's
make
how
you
it's done.
wonder why we have so many tech issues if all of this is planned ahead of time and we could easily reshoot. Well, we think that it adds some suspense, you know? It bonds us together as a streaming community because we've all been through horrific events together, like being played constantly over the audio for 20
That was in
minutes.
fact so bad that for me only, our video conferencing service said, no, actually, that's not, no sound was made.
What do you mean?
Just now when you imitated the horrible
I
sound that
see.
happened in our
I
last
see.
live stream. But before we start rambling any further, may I say, greetings those who are actually in the future. If you're watching this video on demand to try and see a fun playthrough of a fun role-playing game, that hasn't happened yet. Scrub forward in the video until you see three of us, because once there are three of us, you have reached the true part of the show in which we are actually playing a role playing game. And frankly, you'll love to see it. So skip ahead if you're here in the future, or just listen to us babble. We will be joined by our third individual soon, and I will decide if it's worth it wearing a set of glasses that makes me worse at seeing.
I'd like to imagine that Kurt always dresses like this. Otto is on YouTube chat. And normally he dresses up in his regular man outfit for us to kind of put you all at ease, you know, appear
It's a
cool
comfort
on
thing. It's like
Twitch.
a, yeah.
But this is Kurt's true self, his edgy true self. I so wish this was you. Have you ever dressed like this in your life at some point, Kurt? Is this a phase of Kurtness?
There was no phase of Kurtness that looked like this. I was never goth. The only like clothing, and this isn't goth for the record. I know that this is not what goth looks like. But there was a phase that I had for a surprisingly long time in which I just didn't want to wear anything that had like the name of anything on it. I was only willing to wear things that were completely unbranded because I didn't like that clothing was used as a status symbol, as a way to be in groups, and I didn't understand that on a fundamental level, you can't prevent that. That's like it's a very visual marker of social group, and
It's
it's also
true.
a means of self-expression.
Yes, this is
So when
true.
I realized that, when I finally was like, oh, this is not only an inevitability of human interaction, it's also like a way that people find fulfillment and connect with people. That's when I started uh, dressing, I guess, in a way that maybe made me feel good and explored that side. So for a while, basically, just I wore whatever garbage said the least about a person, which in turn said a lot about me as
Isn't
a
that
person.
crazy, right? You actually can't get away from it. It took me a while to realize that too. Though I still stick to my I don't want to wear anything that has a brand name on it,
Well,
which may be
I think
childish,
that's a
but
separate, no, that's a separate problem, I think.
yeah,
That's just a problem that says, I don't want to be a billboard. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, I think,
yeah. And in
as
some
a
way,
stance.
it is again just like self-expression, right? Like it's just something you're just creating your own uh, mask for the world. And my mask includes I will not have an Adidas logo anywhere on my body because I feel strange about it.
You run places, right? That's like a way that you keep being alive.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do.
So
I've been known to run places.
is it hard to find specifically athletic clothing
Mm.
which is unbranded? I feel like
Yeah,
that's got to be
it is
tricky.
actually, and I suppose I break my own rule in those cases. Not in a big way, but I think there's some running shorts that definitely have a Nike logo on them somewhere.
Hmm.
You've caught me out as a hypocrite and a liar, Kurt.
I think I just wanted to connect with you about the challenges of being unbranded. Otto, I've got something to say about that. We had someone come to our Halloween party this year, and by we I mean myself and the other person who lives in his home, not Anthony. But if you would like to imagine that Anthony and I co-host Halloween parties, truly be my guest.
Headcanon.
Held this Halloween party, and somebody showed up as Clark Kent. Hey, Lumix. Somebody showed up as Clark Kent wearing like an open blazer with the Superman logo underneath, right? Fun, easy. Or a sweater, I don't remember. Open secondary shirt with the Superman logo on a t-shirt underneath.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
So he goes like, yeah, I'm Clark Kent. And I'm like, totally makes sense. That's fun. Look at you. Like, what a clever costume that wasn't probably too much work to put together.
Yeah.
And his partner's like, yeah, I'm Lois Lane. And they both have like the Daily Globe, like name tag, like the press
Right.
passes.
Yeah.
I think it's Daily Globe.
I think so.
And I'm like, oh, cool. And then I look straight at her chest to look at her Superman logo. But there's no Superman chest logo for Lois Lane, folks.
No.
I just was staring at a friend's chest. And then immediately, thankfully, was like, here's what just happened. And we all got to laugh at me. But that was...
Was it noticeable enough? Did you do a whoa?
No, I don't think so. Well, I look right at his Superman logo. Then I go, oh. And then I look at her chest, which does not have a Superman logo because, again, Lois Lane, that's not how this... And I know that one of you in the comments is going to be like, actually, in Earth 327, Lois Lane is also Supergirl. But
that's
really,
what Kurt thinks of you, by the way.
Well, unfortunately, that's just who I am in every other context. Like you here, folks, you're here to witness me doing something that almost is ever so slightly cool and is extremely nerdy.
Yeah.
But like this doesn't play well in the outside world. Actually, I do have a very funny story from my my day job today.
Day job.
Someone joins the team. And when somebody joins the team at my day job, there's like an email that gets sent out. This is pretty standard in the corporate world. Email gets sent out and it's like, here's this person, came to us from this group, like did this before. And then usually there's like one or two lines about something that they do as a human person, not in the office.
Right.
And for this person, it was like, person's name is a self-described gamer and loves, I think, an online multiplayer game called the Finals, and Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
And caps this sentence off with like, and will and is happy to like face you down if you want to lose. And I immediately messaged the person and I was like, so boss doesn't know that single player video games exist, does she? Boss has no idea that Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time actually isn't something that you're going to kick somebody's ass in.
You really can't kick someone's ass.
That's just a normal experience where you do it on your own, in your own home, and you have fun and you care about the characters and solve your little puzzles. So funny. And like, I did message the person first and I was like, are you like a speedrunner or does Boss not know about video games? Boss not know about video games.
No. Did you get a good reaction from this new team member?
Yeah. Actually, it was a very fun little banter that we had after that. Nice. But I will also say something else that's goofy, which is that like, I say that, we have our back and forth, and then I also separately posted in like the group sort of chat where we like, chat about work stuff or say hee hee ha ha, here's something that happened today. And I said, so boss doesn't know about video games. And then someone else in the group chimed in and said, I don't know things because I'm old. This person is probably like 5 to 7 years older than me at the most. And I said, Ocarina of Time came out in 1998. And then this person said, well, I don't really know much that's not Nintendo. And I went,
it's Nintendo.
Speaking of things, hi, rating party of 24.
Hi, welcome Raiders. Come on in and welcome Amanda. Hi, friend.
Hi, friend.
Hi, friend.
Hi, all of you.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends. You might be wondering what cool space robot man replaced Kurt. Please ignore my incredible, beautiful outfit. It's just so that you understand that if I wanted to, I could choose to look like this every day.
And he's doing us a favor every week by not doing so. I felt bad when I was not wearing a costume when you came on this call, and I was like, oh man. But now I kind of feel good about it because it makes your costume much funnier.
It is extremely funny. And
Ooh,
also, it does get sillier because Amanda's not going to be wearing a costume. Amanda contributed for this thumbnail a pair of binoculars held up. I'm the one who will look like a fool, and I'm the one who's not playing a character. I will be game mastering today.
game master.
Game master.
Wow.
Game
Well,
master.
you look like a game master. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm a game master.
I mean, the leather's kind of a thing. It's a little BDSM. I might look like a gay master.
Hey.
I do my
Uh,
best.
on one of those notes, but you won't know which one. Uh, my place of work does like a Secret Santa where you like 2 months ahead of time get the name, and then you're supposed to do like fun sort of surprises, leave things in their office over that 2 month period. Very fun, but I, in my own fashion, was like, okay, there's gotta be like a riddle, right? That like a puzzle that you have to solve for this time period, and if you solve it, it reveals that it's me. That would be super fun if I was the person receiving it. And so I wrote like a series of notes, and then would drop off these little packages one by one, and they would have this like kind of cipher on it that you could, if you put all the pieces together, you could slowly decode my name. Um, and then at the end, you get like one big gift, and then you're supposed to guess who was your secret gift giver. And so we got to the end, and my person received their big gift, and I, who was also organizing this event, said, "Okay, so do you have any guesses about who it is?" And he went, "Uh huh." And I was like, "Okay, tell us your guess." And he was like, "Well, it's you." And I was like, oh, okay. Wow, you're right. That's crazy. How'd you know? And he goes, well, I read the first one and just kind of the way it was written, I said, this feels kind of dungeon mastery to me. And I apparently am the most dungeon mastery person he knows, which says something.
Right. How do we feel about that? Hard to say. Hard to know how to feel about that.
uh, I always think it's like a private part of my personality that I'm kind of, I like to put on a show. I like mysteries and epicness and triumphant stories, but no, apparently even in my regular old work life, people know. They can feel the RPG pouring off of me.
Disgusting.
Welcome all in, everybody. What was Amanda doing today? Tell us.
Tell us
What's she up to?
what's what's going on over there?
What's happening?
What's up, guys?
Thanks for joining us. By the way, we are going to play a indie role-playing game called Offworlders, which is super fun, easy to get into, kind of Firefly-esque. But we'll tell you more about it soon. But we'll be doing that once Amanda joins us. So she's just finished streaming. She's going to start streaming again. So she's just, washing those filthy streaming hands.
Filthy, streaming hands, washing the marble off her hands, probably washing the popcorn off her hands, actually, if I'm reading the chat right.
That's what chat is saying.
Probably covered in popcorn butter on those hands. And if you're,
Marvel Rivals and popcorn. What a day! What a day Amanda's had.
is there any other kind of day for Amanda to have?
Are you a
Maybe.
popcorn man, Kurt?
I like popcorn. I'm not as into popcorn as some, but I
Okay.
think something kind of magical about it is that it's effectively doing the same thing that a chip does, right?
Yes.
But it's stored in these tiny little capsules.
Yeah.
And this is pertinent to my like year 3030 situation I have
Whoa.
going here.
True.
I feel like the fact that this snack takes up like a small amount of space and then explodes open into this low density treat is very like, how is that real?
Yeah, okay, but to make it even weirder, these tiny little capsules are just grown on a plant, just straight up. Like you can just put them in a field and they'll just grow. And I like to imagine a world, all of our big civilizations, they're based on a staple crop of some sort. We've got our wheat, our rice, our corn. I like to imagine a world where we have like a popcorn society where popcorn is like their main crop because it's easy to eat, it's easy to process, pretty easy. And I think there kind of was a little bit in like the Andes sort of South American era. There was civilizations that ate a lot of popcorn. But wouldn't that be great? You know,
Yeah. Yeah, it would be
whole
great.
popcorn cuisine.
I think there's so many assumptions that we take for granted about like what is normal.
Hmm.
And I feel like popcorn cuisine is just one of those things that why wouldn't it happen? Why
Why
shouldn't it
not?
happen?
My
Um,
my family made a lot of really bad nachos, but we called them taco chips and cheese growing up. We just sort of like stripped everything else away from nachos. We didn't use the word nachos. We
call
just
them
called it
taco chips and
taco chips and
cheese.
cheese. Um, but I guess there was a while. There was a while where my family had not a lot of money. My dad was home. Didn't have any work, and I guess we didn't have any taco chips, or they were hard to come by, or something. And so he would make
Talk corn.
yeah, he'd make popcorn and cheese. And to this day, it is like a cult favorite in my family. Like when we got really crazy, we're like popcorn and cheese for lunch, and it's good. It's some good shit.
But can we not point out that like it's a classic maneuver to have the low income like last resort solution be like a delicacy, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
All the lovely, clever, inventive cuisines often start with like peasant food and then go from there. So I love that this history repeated itself so recently in your own experience. May I also say hello to the folks on YouTube?
Hi,
I
YouTube.
We rarely see folks jump over straight from Amanda straight to YouTube town. So hi Charles, hi Sonic. Should I
Hey,
call you
thanks for joining
Jaded?
us.
Sonic underscore Jaded is one of those names where I'm not sure if you want me to land on the first part or the second part. Is it more important that you're Sonic or is it more important that you had a
Yeah.
time?
Are you
Now
someone
you
named Jaded who's also kind of like supersonic, or are you just like a real Sonic who's lost hope about life and other hedgehogs?
I was reading a fascinating, I'm still just going to keep vamping until Amanda shows
Yeah,
up,
please.
but basically, I was reading this thread from a friend on Blue Sky recently, and she's talking about how, isn't it fascinating how Sonic the Hedgehog has become this vehicle for so many different things, but it includes two categories that at first glance seem to have no correlation and maybe even be pitted against each other: erotic art and fiction,
Yes.
but then also religious art and fiction.
I don't think I
There's
know about this.
there's multiple recorded instances of people making essentially Sonic Christian fan content.
Really?
And
Cool.
my friend speculates that this is because, in part, having a very sort of being free from the human form, being sort of separate from conventions in a way that lets you have a very simplistic design that boils down to a very small idea, makes it easier to like put your own ideas onto it. You can project things more onto a blank canvas.
I
And I
see.
guess
Yeah.
just like, let's be real, there's not like a lot of story in Sonic games. I mean, they
Interesting.
try. They
Yeah.
try.
But I
Um,
can see it kind of being mystical, the Sonic game experience, because you're pursuing something single-mindedly. But yeah, then you can fill in the rest. What is it? What is this quest? I
what is
like
this
it.
quest? I'm officially the most unhinged I've ever been in public, wearing this outfit and talking about erotic and religious Sonic fan content.
I love it. I think this is our new brand. You need to wear this every
Yeah.
stream. I think this
And
is
then
great.
eventually my eyes will adjust and I'll actually need these to see instead of just being slightly nauseous. Um,
I have a sweet story about Sonic, which is my friend. Uh, my friend, her parents are Chinese, came from China, and so she has a proper Chinese name, but she had to come up with an English name at some point. And she was very young when they were doing this, and she like racked her brain for like the coolest English name she could come up with, and she named herself after Amy, the hedgehog.
oh, that's
And
cute.
it's such a good reveal. I love naming yourself for the rest of your life after your favorite hedgehog.
I mean, Is it crazy? I'm feeling I some famous figure. I'll just tell the story that I definitely remember.
Okay.
Anthony and I both had a coworker once who liked to tell this story that I have never forgotten and think about all the time.
Okay.
This coworker goes to a summer camp, and he's there with a lot of different folks from a lot of different walks of life, including one kid who's like pretty new to Canada, which is where we live. And this kid stood out in a lot of ways, including wearing a leopard print Speedo, which was not a cool thing to do in like 2001/1998. That's not something that you would really necessarily do. And this child loved Digimon, and was still like, I guess, learning the ins and outs of the English language, and would sing this song that went, Digimon, what a great show. Digimon, I like it. Which, frankly, I can't imagine anything better than that. I think that's the most darling thing.
It's so good.
I've just absolutely unironic, out there,
It's just so
you know,
sweet.
just so sweet. It's just so sweet. I think irony is overrated, you know? Something about genuinely caring about things uh, is special and frankly much cooler than ironically, oh, well, I'm not going to really commit to like caring about this thing. It's nice
It's so
to have,
nice.
it's nice to care.
Yeah. I guess we've become. Were you an ironic lover of things when you were younger? Did you have
Um,
that hipster sheen about you? I know you
it's
hate that
been
word.
hard for, we were just talking about this the other day. It's hard for me to distinguish between what I did because I thought it was kind of funny and what I came to genuinely love and
Yeah,
enjoy.
right.
I listen, for the folks in the chat, I listen to a lot of outsider music, which
Hmm.
is music that's made by people who don't know anything about making music, really. They don't have the vested like understanding of what music should sound like. And so they make things that sound absolutely bananas, and often in what would a traditional sense be considered bad, right? But through the lens of this like childish, innocent, naive approach to music, they make something that's really special and different. Otto, like the Shags, like God, it's such a long list. I think, what is his name? Jeremiah Johnson. Uh,
Hi, Amanda, but we can't hear you. Just
Hi, Amanda, but we can't hear you.
Hello,
I
everyone.
don't think that's his name.
hi.
Hi. Sorry, I'm also listening to you guys, and then when you were talking to me, I was like, "Oh, I can hear the Doomies."
Whoa.
Whoa! Hello, everyone, and hello, everyone that joined us on this lovely adventure over to Lies You'll Enjoy from my stream earlier. It's so lovely. I'm so happy that there's so many folks here. Um,
Yeah.
Offworlders does look interesting. Reminds me of another game that I have to try and remember. Ooh, Sonic. Let us know if you remember what it is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do
Mikey,
tell us.
hello. Charles, hello. Welcome in.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Over in the YouTube side, over in the Twitch side. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Otto. Hello, Joker. Um, Joker was also suggesting that we raid into Jen is streaming right now.
Oh,
And I
fun.
was like, oh man, if it wasn't Eliza Enjoy Night, you know I would. But I hope
But
Jen's also
today,
having a good stream.
Amanda just
Yeah.
keeps streaming. Folks, by the way, that artist I was trying to remember was Daniel Johnston. Daniel Johnston. Feel free to look that up at some point. But now we're all here, all three of us. So we
We're
should do the
here.
thing that we do when there's three of us.
You guided the raid here from Jen. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's cool. So Jen rated in too. Or Jen will be rating in, maybe. That's cool.
Totally.
Whoa. We're all getting together somehow. We're reuniting
Mm.
one way or the other.
Jen is an
Um.
our Jen, right, Amanda? Jen
Jen
drawing
is an
Jen?
R Jen, Princess Gem, who also
Oh.
streams art and
Cool.
is also one of Kurt and my real friends, IRL. And Anthony, have you ever met Jen?
No, I haven't. But I thought it'd be fun if we pretended that me and Jen were enemies. Your real
Oh,
friends,
I
my
like that.
real
Yeah, yeah,
Genemies,
yeah.
enemy.
They're
Genemies.
enemies. Yeah.
Yeah, enemies.
I was gonna say, other than the fact that obviously Anthony and Jen are enemies,
Yeah,
so that would be challenging.
that's
But
hard.
Jen might be a cool person to have on as a guest star, and that would also be a collab. I bet she would like to play one of these fun games that we play.
Is she your friend in a game playing way?
I have never played an RPG with, well, actually, no, I have played an RPG with Jen, but not like for years.
Okay.
But I know that she likes RPGs, and I believe that she expressed interest in wanting to play
Okay.
a while ago,
Cool.
like some
Fun.
RPG stuff, like
Sweet.
D&D, I think. But
Nice, nice, nice.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we should find some nice intro first time game to play. Which honestly, that's a lot of the ones we play. I think.
That's pretty much what we do.
Yeah, yeah.
But who the heck are we?
Who are we and what do we do? Welcome to Lies You'll Enjoy. If you haven't been here before, this is a little bit of the internet where we every week lie to you, bald-faced, without shame, because we pretend that we're people who don't exist. We say things that we would never say in our real life, we promise. And we pretend to be people we're not, and we really hope that you enjoy it. We certainly do. My name is Anthony. I have many lives. In one, I'm an economist. Boo, boring. In another, I'm a children's author. Okay, kind of cool. And in my third one, I play fun indie TTRPGs on the internet with these folks. Yeah, that's all you need to know about me. I am joined by two lovelies. One of them's down here.
Well, that's me. Hi, folks. Oh, I can't actually take them off. That's great. My name's Kurt. Every week I get together with Anthony and Amanda to dress completely normally and play completely normal games. Oh my God, they're goggles. I assumed, Amanda, that those were actually binoculars that you were holding
No,
up,
they
but
are goggles. And I realized I haven't worn these goggles for anything, I don't think yet. So I was like, oh, I should
incredible.
use my goggles. I literally got them because I love that everything looks like a kaleidoscope when you wear them.
Nice.
So I got them because I was like, when I'm high, this will be fun. And it was.
There you go. Truly a practical purchase. I guess I should probably finish my intro. I
Yes.
love to play
Please.
games. I love to make games. My name remains Kurt, and I am excited to be game mastering for tonight's game, which is a rare thing. We rarely have a game master, but today
We do.
we do. And who's we? Well, there's one more of us, and she's
That's me. Hello. I'm the person that's always eating on stream. My name is
Yeah.
Amanda.
so true.
I'm always doing it. Usually because in most instances, I've been streaming for anywhere from like 3 to 6 hours before I come to this stream. So pardon me, I will eat. You won't hear it, but I will do it because I am hungry. I am a streamer, YouTuber, cosplayer. My name is Amanda. You can also call me Vamp. That is my username. I will answer to both. And I'm a 901-year-old vampire who loves playing RPGs with my friends. And
Now I feel weird about our friendship. It's kind of a big age
Why?
gap.
Yeah, how does that color your interactions with us? Are you like, no, they haven't even gone through 12th puberty yet?
Did I
No,
tell my parents I'm hanging out with somebody who's 30 times my age, or
no, you definitely shouldn't
Okay.
tell them that. Keep it a secret. People can't know.
oh,
I just like to. I mean, obviously it's not real, anyways, because if it was real, I wouldn't say it, right? So it's obviously
Now
not
we're
real.
getting
Wow.
like a reverse mind trick here. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what to believe
I'm just
anymore.
kidding. I'm not really a vampire, obviously. Like,
sure, yeah. That's what they would
you've
say.
seen me in the daylight.
Not often.
Actually.
Wait a minute. I also want to commend Kurt on this amazing thumbnail for this game that we're playing today. I think it's my favorite one you've ever made, Kurt. It's
Whoa.
so good. And it's so funny because you kind of made me look like an alien because I'm
Yeah.
green. And I was literally thinking, man, I really wish I had some antennae or something. All I have is these goggles, but I was like, the goggles are cool. And then you made it look like I'm like an alien with like big eyes. And I was like, oh, I love this. So I don't know if I can
One
be
does
an
what's best.
alien, but maybe that will come into play. You have inspired me potentially in character creation. If that's what we're doing. What are we doing? What is this game?
Offworlders is a game in which you two are going to be playing the role of folks in outer space on sort of the other side of the law. You're going to be adventurers, outlaws, guns for hire, making your fortune on the rough end of the galaxy. It's sort of a straightforward pick up and play game, and you are the owners of a small starship in a time when humans have spread to many worlds. You'll be braving some dangers, completing some profitable jobs, hopefully, and flying
Hopefully.
between planets doing the work that is dangerous and nobody else wants. Fighting pirates, exploring derelict ships, going toe-to-toe with weird alien monsters. Who's to say, folks? Just anything to get enough credits to keep your ship flying.
Sick.
This game is derived from the powered. This game is a powered by the apocalypse game, which means that you're going to be rolling
Oh,
2d6s when you want to do things. For anybody not familiar, Powered by the Apocalypse is a very popular basis template system for tabletop role-playing games, including this one. Here's roughly how it works quickly. Our characters here, our players, will have skills for their characters, and each time their character is doing one of those skills, they're going to be rolling 2 6-sided dice. The result of that dice roll is going to determine whether things stay the same. Well, they'll never stay the same, but it's going to determine if they get what they want, if things get a little bit worse, or if things get a little bit way better. Better even than they thought that it was going to be.
way better.
Way better.
Wow.
But maybe
better.
way worse. We're going to see how it goes for you.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty much the idea. I know, Amanda, you like real life dice. You can feel free to grab some if you want.
Excellent. I will. I will. Sorry, I'm expecting this non because I wasn't sure if I saw a spot of mold, but this non is supposed to be good till February, so I feel like it's
Inspecting.
probably just a different color on that like one piece. Like it's like one tiny spot. It's not even, I don't know.
Gotta check your non, folks.
Check
Make
your
sure that
non. This is a
the food
public
you're
health
eating on
announcement.
stream.
Oh, Jen!
Well.
Jen, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I was literally going to raid you. I was like, I was gonna raid you. If I wasn't raiding here, I would have raided you. I hope you had a good stream. Echo, echo, echo.
Oh, that's funny. The absolute flex of Otto leaving and coming back under the different banner. Hi, dork. The feeling's mutual, you big nerd.
Hi,
should
Jen.
soon.
We've never met. But
So true. Anthony's our normal one.
whoa.
Is that true?
Oh my
No,
God.
We're
no.
all weird. I'm
Sure.
so sorry.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
surely.
doing my
Sure.
best, Anthony, to
Mhm.
give you something, but I can't give you that.
That freaked me out.
I don't know who's the most normal of us, chat.
Oh, it's
Oh.
not good.
Oh
This looks
no.
bad for everyone.
Actually, maybe it is me.
I don't know. I don't think it's me. I definitely think that you think it's me, Otto. Oh wow, I'm the most normal.
Kurt.
Wow,
That's an interesting
Kurt.
vote.
Kurt's the most normal. Vamp. Wow. Okay. Maybe
Never
I'm
before
normal.
seen.
Anthony. Ooh woo. Oh, Jen
That's
just said
Jen.
hi, Anthony.
Hi, Jen Uwu.
Amanda for sure. Right now, Anthony.
Amanda for
He's like,
sure.
depends on the moment.
Otto thinks we're freaks.
Otto's probably right.
Yeah, true.
Well, I thought I was one of the freakiest, but thanks, chat. I'm normal. I'll grab some dice for
Okay.
us to play this. But Jen, we were also talking about the idea. Let me know if this is not true or if it is, if you can confirm or deny. Did you want to play RPG games a while ago? Did we talk about this or am I crazy? Because I was like, maybe Jen would be a cool guest to have on Lies You'll Enjoy at some point. Anyways, answer that question and I'll be back.
It looks like he should be German is quite a statement. I do look pretty like 2003 Europe person in this particular moment. It's not, I don't know how I feel about this retro Y2K aesthetic. It's just, it is what it is.
Is it Y2K? It's what the future looked like in the year 2000.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
retrofuturism
Oh, retrofuture.
in
Oh, yeah.
millennial,
Okay.
millennium, turn of the millennium moment.
Because it's like very The Matrix, obviously. Obviously.
I think that's pretty much where this lands. Unfortunately, so I I spent like 10 minutes walking around my house trying to find a giant glass orb or something so that I could
As
like
you do.
look
Makes
like I
sense.
was in a. You'd think that I would know if I owned
Whatever
a
this
giant
is.
glass orb, but the thing is that vases have a way of disappearing in your home and then you don't know what you have because people deliver flowers in vases and then maybe you don't throw them out because you're like, what a waste.
Oh, I see. So you could have some extra vases that you're not accounting for.
Just kicking around, just a
Sure.
little vase kicking around.
Sure. But you didn't
Yeah.
find any, but you did find this great fit. Oh my gosh, Amanda, how much does it hurt your brain to put those on? Oh, she can't hear me. Sorry, I forgot. But she does look crazy.
I don't know what you mean. These are the most beautiful glasses I've ever seen on a human face.
um, by the way, as we're waiting for Amanda to put her headphones on, we are at 98 followers currently on Twitch. So if you think that it would
Whoa.
be a fun thing to follow us, you have the opportunity here to do
Come
something
on.
pretty cool.
Don't you want more of this?
I don't. Okay,
Come
never.
on.
You don't have to follow. That's fine, actually.
Oh, maybe Amanda is the normal one now. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
think so.
Amanda, how much does it hurt your face and your head and your brain to wear those goggles?
I'm okay right now. We'll see how
Do
it
we
goes.
look like a kaleidoscope?
Yeah, everything looks like a kaleidoscope. It's pretty cool.
Hey,
I
Jen,
feel
thanks
like this
for
is
following.
what bugs look like. Like what they see, this is probably what bugs see.
You're in bug mode right now.
I'm in bug mode. I don't know if you guys heard me saying to Duck, but I already have ideas. Are we making characters in this?
You will make characters in this. And in
Yes.
fact, we could at any point start making characters in this.
I already know what I want to do, and I don't even know what my options are, but I already know who I'm going to be. Formulated 50% of my character.
I don't care what what rules the game has. I know what I'm playing. I will take no suggestions.
I know who I am.
I think in terms of characters, I'm going to be the normal one this time.
Maybe you
I'm
might
a guess.
We could both be weird. We could always. Maybe I'll be normal. Who's to say? What's
Okay.
that saying?
Oh yeah, it just bugs stuff to you. That's all you can tell.
Yeah, Kurt. Something about Kurt. Can we please get a fit show off?
Sure,
says Jen.
sure, sure.
Okay.
So we've got a leather jacket stolen from my partner. It zips up on the side,
Oh,
so you know
it's
it's
your
got a whole
partner's
situation going on.
jacket. Oh, I love
We
it.
have a pair of glasses, also stolen, also not mine. I see worse while wearing them, and yet only a little bit worse. So maybe it should just happen. I've got a fake additional microphone that is unrelated to my actual real headset that I am wearing. And I've wrapped its cable ensconced about me so attractively. And finally, we've got a little one half of an audio cable. This is a splitter cable coming out of the pocket of the jacket. That's just
I didn't notice that detail. It's good.
that's just how to look really cool. That's how it's done. I don't
That's
know
how
if
it's done.
I don't know if you know, but that is how it's done.
I love it. I think the look is great.
I
I'm a big
wanted,
fan
I
of it.
actually almost put on some makeup to like have some geometric shapes and stuff, and then I thought I can't just spend geometric shapes willy-nilly on my face. And also I've delayed the stream by looking for props. I didn't, but it felt like I had.
Well, I mean, you know what we need at some point? We got to bring back the square circle glasses.
The
Which are one of my
square.
favorite things that I
Oh.
bought just for fun. 'cause
They
we were
are
talking about it
cool.
on stream. Yeah. The fact that I can make them prescriptions still boggles my mind. That I'm like, why would you ever have these as prescription glasses?
to be clear,
Why would you ever have these glasses?
one side is square framed and the other side is circular framed.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool. We got really sidetracked one day. Is this pre-stream, Amanda, or did we do it on stream?
This was on stream,
Ooh.
I think. And then weren't we looking at them on stream and we were like, look at these glasses.
Yeah, I
That
think
would've been
so.
I think
ancient
Kurt
times.
mentioned them and then I found them to buy. And then I was like, should I buy these? And I bought those and I bought the glasses that are like the glasses that Spider-Man gets from Iron Man after Iron Man dies that are
Oh, you did act. Yes, right.
yeah.
Spoiler.
Jen says that the glasses that we're describing are a comic character reference. Is that true?
Really?
This
Well, if anybody would know,
What?
it's
Which
opens
you,
up the
comic
world.
character?
Amanda.
I didn't know about that. I don't know about that comic character. Tell me more.
Somebody find it for us.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. That's cool. I didn't know.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know.
Is it time that we play a freaking game?
I think we ought. Yeah. I'm
Ought
gonna
we?
drop in a little rule book. It's a tiny little rule book, and if you want to see the rule book, then you can.
Jen's gonna give us the reference. I love this. Okay, so yeah, is the rule book in the
Only just
I
now.
see it.
Only just appeared.
I already
In
had.
short, Oh, Anthony's found out this one is free.
Oh, that's
It
cool.
is. That's a good plug. It is free.
This
I,
one?
oh, I
It's
didn't
free.
change yet the command. Nobody type
Oh,
exclamation
no
mark
one put
game.
game yet.
No one put game. No one put game.
Anthony's
Don't
gonna-
look, guys. Don't
Don't
look.
look yet. He's gonna set it up for you first. Although if you did, what was the game that we played last time? That game was also very good.
The game called
Well, the
Talking
game-
to Each Other's Faces? Yeah, I liked it too.
No, but the one that we played before we talked to each other's faces.
Told by
That
Starlight.
was- Oh yeah, that was a really nice game.
I like that Rapala got almost all the way through typing exclamation mark game and gave up at the last second.
Gam.
Gam.
Yeah,
Me when I'm trying to call Grandma over. Okay.
put those rules in chat. Yeah, I know. Especially after we have been streaming all day with the dual stream. It is a common thing that I have to do when I'm doing my dual stream. Although we met some really nice friends today in stream from dual stream, I think, which is nice.
So
that
the
was
first
cool.
thing that you're going to do to make
Okay.
a character in Offworlders is pick a class. Offworlder. No, Offworlders.
Psychonauts.
Offworlders. Plurals. I think.
It is plural. I just got confused by the page, which says making an Offworlder.
I see.
There are 4 classes to this game. There is a warrior, an outlaw, a geek, and a psychic. So you gotta puzzle that one out. What do you want to be?
Can you list them for me again? Because I'm talking to Nightbot right now.
I want to be a psychic.
Okay.
There's a psychic, a geek, an outlaw, a warrior. Warriors come out to play.
Warriors.
I think I want to be a psychic. Although geek also sounds fun, but psychic. That's what I most was enamored by. So I'm gonna go with that.
Sure. You just had like a connection, spiritually even.
I did, and I was just talking about how as Emma Frost in Marvel Rivals, when you're in diamond form, you can block other people's psychic powers because that's Emma's ability. So now I'm just thinking about Emma Frost and diamond forms. That might come into this character. I don't know. I know exactly who I am, but I don't know what I'm doing. So
Wow. Isn't that true about all of us, Amanda? I know who I am. I just don't know what I'm doing.
what am I doing? What am I doing here? How did I get here?
Okay. Kurt asked me a question. I've avoided it. I need to know what I am.
So true.
Geek,
Bestie.
outlaw, psychic, warrior. You're a psychic, huh?
I'm a psychic and my name is Beetle.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna be an outlaw.
I like that.
I
A
wanna get
psychic and
in
an
and
outlaw
Amanda's found
taking
the
on the
sheet.
world.
Amanda is in fact like zooming through, and I am proud of Amanda for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my god, I do know how to use Google Drive.
I will say, I think the part that I'm the best at zooming through, though, is just when you're like, Amanda, here's the thing, and now make choices. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then you guys are like, what? And I'm like, I finished. Do you want to explain anything? No.
I'm just gonna, speaking of explaining something, I just want everyone to know the unhinged thing I just did in chat. I was like, oh, what if Jen wants to go life drawing tomorrow? I should ask her. And then I did. Speaking of class, do you want to do life drawing tomorrow? Which happens on Tuesdays. And then I was like, oh, I didn't identify myself. I'm just a person who might as well be anyone in the whole world. Asking someone who doesn't know that they've met me if they want to go to life drawing. That's good. That's what you want to do. Welcome to our stream. Here's a strange man who asked you if you want to go to life drawing tomorrow.
That strange man is Kurt.
It's me.
I like Jen
I was
politely
strange
ignoring
all
this
along.
strange life drawing requester.
Jen asks me why my username's different everywhere,
Okay.
and that's because I'm a fickle man, and that's why I don't have any tattoos.
Oh, that makes sense.
Tattoo is
What
like
I
a
think is
username for
cool
life.
changes all the time. Except, I guess, for my spouse, who I think is rad as hell.
Good
Do
save.
you- Oh, nice.
Hey, look, we've all got something we've committed to.
Anthony, do you have tattoos?
I thought you were gonna ask if I had a spouse. I don't. No to both
I don't
questions.
think you have. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you have a spouse. Partner?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Spouse? Not that I know of.
No.
Surprise. Anthony's been married the whole time.
The whole time.
To who? He'll never tell. Okay, I can see that one of us has picked their class and the other one is still hasn't. Have you still not chosen?
No, I chose Outlaw, but
You chose Outlaw. Okay, I'll give you
the
Outlaw.
sheet is loading slowly.
Ah, yes, you've told us of your
Oh.
challenges with the Google.
I don't know what's happening.
So
Is
in
it because
addition,
is it an Apple thing? Is it like
Maybe
I was wondering
Apple
the
they
same
hate
hates
thing.
me.
Google?
Yeah.
I want more D6. How many D6s do I need? Do I need
2.
D6?
Like two.
I
Yeah,
have
two.
5. I just want to grab a
Okay, I
couple
think you
more.
got enough. I think you might be
Yeah,
okay.
just in case these roll bad.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
in case they roll
trust my
bad.
dice. I was watching Critical Role, and
Whoa.
I think Laura. Yeah, I started watching Critical Role.
Whoa, is this new?
Yeah.
Wow. We're one step
Yeah.
closer to your dream and Kurt's nightmare.
Of becoming Critical Role.
Of
I don't know
like
if that's my dream.
being on it or something. I don't, or being as big as it. I think that's
no,
what you
of
keep
them
saying.
calling us to ask if we can be on, and then we're like,
Right.
I don't know.
I think I'm
Folks
busy.
Don't want to stoop
Well,
so
what are you
low.
playing? And they'll say, I mean, you know what we're playing. We play the same thing every time, and we'll say, oh.
And Kurt will say, no, absolutely not.
But
none
what
of this
if
will happen
we get to pick
because
the game? What if they say, you know, we'd love to have you on and we'd love for you to pick the game? Wouldn't that be cool?
I'm pretty
Whoa.
sure I would just immediately shit myself under the pressure of deciding which indie game to like 1,000 times increase the interest in.
I think we would have to start with our first one that we did.
Fall of Magic?
Fall of Magic.
For anybody who's sad that they haven't played or watched the game that Amanda talks about, maybe once a month since we started streaming, but we never
Yeah.
broadcast, we are going to be, as of next month, playing a game in its sister game, City of Winter. So please hold tight for that. But before we can do that, we are going to continue creating characters so quickly in Offworlders. Amanda and Anthony, you must both choose 2 skills as well. Further down on the page, you should see a little spot that says double click to choose a skill. This spreadsheet is not perfect, but it will do what we need it to do eventually.
I think my class description is broken, but okay.
So it is. What
Okay.
happened there?
I feel like it was my fault somehow, but I don't know how to undo it.
Fixed it.
Okay. So we have skills to choose. Do we have the same skills to choose, Kurt? It's the same set?
Almost certainly. Yes, they are.
Great. Okay, so here's the skills, folks. We have athletics, culture, manipulation, pilot, science, sneak, survival, and tech. Interesting.
I have chosen culture and pilot.
A cultured pilot named Beetle who's a psychic.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's just how it's done, folks.
This game gives me very strong Firefly vibes, actually. I don't know if that's listed as a direct inspiration, but I feel like it's there, especially with like culture being one of the things. I feel like that comes up a lot in Firefly. It's like, oh, you need to know your good graces in this place.
I'm just going to say it. Lord Monk, I look like a German biker because it's the best I could do to not look like me and to imagine looking kind of futurish. But my ears hurt. So I think I'm going to slowly start removing objects from my prop cavalry.
Woo! Take it off!
Don't hurt your ears.
Don't hurt your ears. You need those to listen.
Hey, Cherry, thanks for coming by. Thanks for lurking. Nice to see ya.
Thanks for lurking. Okay, so you're also going to assign your attributes. You have 4 attributes, and each is going to have a different number associated with it. One will get a +1, one will get a +2, one will get a 0, and one will get a -1. So think about your class, what kind of things they might be likely to be doing, and then decide what is going to be fancy when you do it, and what is going to be bad.
Amanda, would you like to read out for the class what you have written in the look section? Because it's really fun.
I look like a green, tall, thin string bean with a little belly. I have a few scraggly hairs on my head, and I wear a big red scarf, and I have big blue eyes that you can lose yourself in.
Aww.
I also have 3 fingers and 3 toes on each hand and foot, and tiny, tiny pincers.
Where are the tiny, tiny pincers?
In my mouth.
In your mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like right above my mouth. Like they're like right
Okay.
here.
Okay. Interesting.
But like smaller probably. Like they're kind of just like hanging out.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Wow. It's a beautiful picture. I really like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's Beetle.
That's Beetle. Kurt, what's the difference between a skill and an ability?
Well, you see, your ability is sort of your global stats. I think. No, sorry, ability is a separate thing that we haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, am I not supposed to be an ability? What am I supposed to be doing? I don't remember. Okay.
You're currently assigning your attributes,
Oh, my
which is going to be
attributes.
a +2, a +1, a 0, and a -1, and you're just going to write those in beside strength, agility, intelligence, willpower, and the last one.
I think that's all of them.
It is.
Yeah. Strength, agility, intelligence, willpower. Okay. +2,
That's
+2,
what I
+1.
get for modifying the sheet at the same time as I'm doing something else. Yeah, +2, +1, 0, -1.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a 2 in intelligence. I've decided that my character, their skills include science and manipulation, and I think they're going to be a disgraced scientist in some way. I think biological experimentation that went too far and broke the mores of society, broke the norms, and ever since then they've sort of taken to a life of outlawry. Amanda, I don't know from whence Beetle has come, or if there are many folks that look like Beetle. But if you thought that maybe Beetle was a failed experiment of some sort, that is one possible way we could know each other.
That I like that. I will say yes and to that.
Okay.
But do you think Beetle knows that about themselves?
Whoa.
Do they know that they're a failed experiment?
Is it more fun if they don't?
I think it's fun if it's like their secret origin, but they're like, they don't know about it.
Yeah.
I think they think they're an alien.
Oh, and they just haven't met
Or
another alien
Beetle.
like them.
Yeah, but they haven't found another alien like them yet. But they found some people that are similar. So I think Beetle's theory on this is that maybe their parents are like from 2 different alien species
Right.
that normally don't procreate. And so they're like, because it was like forbidden love, maybe,
Right.
that they kind of grew up. I guess with you, did you raise Beetle?
Yeah. Okay. I raised Beetle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. How fast do you think Beetle matures?
This is giving a little bit like Back to the Future vibes a little bit. Are you like the Doc Brown to my Marty McFly? Is that
Yeah, it's like that, but if Doc Brown had made Marty McFly in a test tube and didn't tell him.
Which famously, that's what happened.
That's somebody's fan fiction, I bet. I bet somebody has written that.
That's
yeah.
fun.
I bet
Okay,
against
cool.
that.
Okay,
No.
so you raised me. No.
No, I think fan fiction, you can only really depend on it if it's sexy. Like if it's not sexy,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a decent chance.
Well,
it
I don't
hasn't
think it
been
would be
written.
sexy. I just think it would be an idea that
That's
I
the
don't know.
problem.
Someone may have already had that one. I don't know.
Who's to say?
If they didn't, that's ours now. Now it's out there in the world. Sorry about that.
Does Beetle say father or mother?
Oh, yeah. I guess if I'm your adopted parent.
I don't know. What was our relationship like when you raised me?
Okay, what
This is
other
what I'm
option? And you
asking.
can know but this. One other option. Maybe Beetle was sort of fully formed, like you grew up in like a pod somewhere and then like came bursting out as a full-grown adult. And so you actually kind of like start life at a certain point and don't have much memories before that. And you could be like, oh, maybe it was an accident or something. I lost my memories. And I could just pretend to be like your buddy, you know? Just like...
Maybe I think I got amnesia, but I was just born like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago from when the game happens. That's crazy.
But because maybe I was like you said, like an experiment, like you got an actual alien and you experimented on it.
Yeah.
And so then I was born, I was fully developed.
Right.
And I just don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Beyond that.
And
I
you
just
like
think I'm clearly like no one looks like me.
But I'm clearly an adult. I'm fully formed.
Clearly an adult. I don't have memories,
Uh-huh.
but maybe I, was in a crash and I had amnesia. So I think I have like a whole backstory that if you were to ask Beetle, like, so like where are you from? Or like what's your like Beetle's like, my parents were like in love, but they're from two different species. And then I was in a crash like last month, and so now I don't remember anything, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Meanwhile, that's not even close to what has happened because apparently you took an alien pod. Like what, like a xenomorph
I
pod?
don't think it was like a sapient alien.
Yeah,
Mm.
right. Some alien DNA from a few creatures,
Whoa.
and I've
So you
been
just grew me from like a bit of stuff.
yeah, that's
Just a
That's
bit
right.
of
pretty
stuff.
impressive. That's some
Yeah,
Just a
good
bit.
science,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
And I think
Wow.
it's like strictly against the rules, against the laws of this part of the universe, uh, like
Against the laws of maybe all of the
bios
universe.
against
This is very
nature.
outlaw.
Yeah.
Against nature, yeah.
Uh, like biosis, like creating life from nothing, is like highly frowned upon. But I was possessed to create, I think, something that's not quite like Beetle's a disappointment to me. Like Beetle's not what I was aiming for. Beetle is something special, something unexpected, but not what I
Why
meant to
did you
do.
want to create
That's a great
life?
question. What was I aiming for? Um, I think maybe I'm an idealist. I'm trying to create like I like a
Like a
species
perfect
that
being?
is devoid of the baser instincts and malfunctions that make our world so full of
Right.
violence and anger and abuse. And so I was trying to create something pure, and I decided, probably from an ideological point of view, that I needed to start from nothing. Um,
Yeah.
uh, and I've been very successful, all things considered, to have made something as functional as Beetle is, even though it's a bit of a
Do I have
nightmare.
baser instincts? Is that why you're disappointed in me? Or are you just disappointed in me because I'm like a mess?
I think it's to some extent up for you to decide. I mean, like, I don't
Okay.
know how you feel about Beetle's soul. Like, play Beetle the way you want. If
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was the
yeah.
case that you were like, Beetle's actually like a pretty good dude, um,
Might be.
then like maybe we got pretty close, but maybe not
Maybe.
perfect. You know?
Maybe not perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe there's some kinks to work out with Beetle.
yeah,
That's fair. I like this. This is a very cool origin story for both of us and our
yeah. I like it.
relationship to each other. Cool, cool, cool. So are you like what you're one of the only people that I've probably ever known though as like a companion at
Yeah,
this point in my
can we
life.
say that we've been together for a bit longer than like a month? I think that's funny, but
Sure.
I would like it if our relationship felt more like lived in, if we
How
knew each other a bit
long have
better.
we known each other, do you think? Like a couple years?
Hmm.
Like 5 years?
Okay. I could go as long as that. Yeah.
That seems good. Okay,
That
five
gives Beetle at
years.
least like you've had some experiences in the world. You don't have to play like a
I'm
child.
5. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I would. I think for me, either way, Beetle is like fully formed. So like even if Beetle was born 3 weeks ago, Beetle is like, I have skills, I know how to fly any ship. I have all, but these are just like innate things.
Right.
But it could also be that some of these things are things I've learned over the last 5 years. I think when you made me, I came with a lot of skill sets, though. I
I
think you
think
did a
so.
pretty good job
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
baked in.
baked in.
Baked in.
baked in.
Okay, this is cool. I really like this. Do you want to choose some attributes for Beetle? I don't know if this informs your
Yeah.
attributes.
So I can go as high as 2. I have 1 and 2. Is it like basically how you've done it? Like it's just 2, 1, 0,
Zero,
negative
negative one.
1,
I
and
think
disperse
so.
those. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um.
Oh, good. It seems past Kurt has programmed the max health function to do what it needs to do. I came back to this sheet for this game that I learned in October and went, oh, what have I done?
Did you think we
How
were playing it
to?
in October?
Yeah. And then you guys were like, Halloween special. What's our most Halloween game? And I went, It's already Monday. Why could you not have asked me this?
Why?
Yeah, for
Long
people who are
ago.
watching, we do this kind of thing to Kurt all the time. Kurt's working hard, he's thinking ahead, he's got a plan for what we're going to do. And me and Amanda have forgotten that we even do this stream until about 5 p.m. on Monday. And then we're like, hey, I've got an idea. What if we did this? And Kurt's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, we could do that. That's
I'm
fine.
doing it. I think this is actually true. If I don't put an event in Amanda's calendar, Amanda sometimes doesn't even remember that it's happening, which is amazing.
It has to be in my calendar. If it's not in my calendar, it's not in my mind, man. I rely on my calendar a
I actually
lot.
do as well for
Yeah.
almost everything, but this
So-
one I know about.
When you are like, I'm gonna put an invite in the calendar, because then if I don't see it, I'm like, I know that we do it every Monday, but then I'm thinking to myself, is there a reason we're not doing it this Monday? That's what I would think. So I mean, I'd probably still check in with you guys on the Monday and be like, are we not doing it this Monday?
What's
if I
up?
didn't fully remember us saying that. But yeah, it does need to be in my calendar. And I usually check our chat like Sunday or Monday to be like, do I need to know anything or bring anything?
What are we doing with the pretending this week?
Do I need dice?
I've got dice.
Oh yeah, the thing about me having a lot of dice too is when I was watching Critical Role, Laura Bailey, who plays Jester in The Mighty
Campaign
Nine,
two,
which is
yeah.
the new campaign.
For anybody
campaign
who's
two.
not familiar, Jester
the
is a
campaign.
blue character with
She's
an
a
accent.
blue tiefling, yes. She, I think, always has like so many dice that she plays with. And I don't know if I heard this correctly, but I feel like I heard it like she doesn't re-roll her dice. So she just pulls more dice out each time she has to do a roll in a session. Which I love. I don't know
That's
if I
extravagant.
misheard that, but I kind of love that as an idea of like, how many dice do you have? Is that possible?
Is
I
it
was
even
thinking-
possible?
I was definitely thinking like, if I roll a dice once and it rolls poorly, I could always just also be like, that die's banished now for now till I refresh that die, which I like the idea of. So I'm just pulling out a bunch of dice to see.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah,
But what
'cause I have a
you
lot.
do got to do after assigning attributes is get your gear.
Yeah, I
both of
gotta
your-
get my gear.
You got to get your gear. Both of you have 3 supply to start with, and it's sort of an abstract idea of what items you might be carrying. You don't need to like pick gear right now. That would be not how this game works. This game's really more just like jump on into it. You're going to start with 3 credits and a light weapon, and that can mean whatever you want it to mean. Light weapon is just like, it's a light weapon. Not like
Nice.
a light weapon, like a,
Ah, my lightsaber.
right.
Yeah.
It's just,
Although I
not
have one
a
of those. I
flamethrower, I
didn't even
guess.
think about that as a prop, but
Your lightsaber?
yeah.
I mean, I feel like we missed our Star Wars game already. That was a whole thing.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
My light weapon is going to be just a couple syringes of gentle neurotoxin.
Cool.
Uh,
Breaking the New Geneva Convention from New Geneva on Mars.
That's right. Mars Geneva. A couple thoughts from chat while we were doing that. Over on YouTube, Jade has said that apparently I've remade up a character already from a manga called Made in Abyss. So there you go. Great minds think alike. Or some great minds and some people on streams that panic to come up with the character concept. And then Otto was saying, have we talked about the setting yet? Kurt, do you want to tell us a little bit about the general setting, perhaps?
Is it
Oh.
okay if we're both -1 in strength? Or should I not do that?
Oh, do it. You're
Is that
gonna
okay?
drive this character like a stolen car.
Yeah, I am gonna. I could make Beetle stronger, but I just have an idea for what kind of person Beetle is.
That's great. I mean, you're like a weird skinny green bean. I feel like maybe you're not the strongest creature in the
thinking.
world.
I was thinking like, I mean, I guess strength comes in all forms though.
Yeah,
So true.
totally.
And let's just remember that when we need a little bit of inspiration when we're feeling down.
You're very agile. That's great.
Okay. Is that cool?
Yeah, we're not a strength-based team. We're scamming, we're running, we're sneaking in, sneaking out. We don't fight.
Yeah. No, I don't think we're fighters.
We're not
We're
fighters.
lovers. Yeah.
We are also not lovers.
Not like you and I.
And our characters
of the
neither.
world.
Okay.
We're lovers of the world.
Lovers of
Not
the
you
world.
and I. No. That would be weird.
That's weird.
I would have to X that one.
We find
I'm
out
like
what the doctor was
5
really
years
after.
old. I'm technically very young.
True.
So different than me in real life as a 901-year-old vampire.
True.
Yes, Kurt, tell us about the setting, please.
Oh, sure. It's pretty open, honestly. It's a set in a future in which humans have spread across the galaxy. There are all sorts of things that you can get up to involving bounty hunters and pirates and derelict spaceships. You're just trying to get by out here in a sort of Old West style space situation. Think Firefly, think any kind of scrappy, edge of the margins, pulpy sci-fi adventure where you got a few folks in a small starship just exploring the universe, getting profitable jobs, and overcoming dangers. There is not a prescribed you'll begin in the planet of Petrichor 5. Like that's not in here.
Can we start on the planet of Petrichor 5 though? Just
I wish you hadn't said it because I was, in fact, as soon as I said it, I was like, actually, I think they do start on the planet.
sorry. I should have just trusted you.
That's just how it goes. Okay, so now we are most of the way through making our Offworlders. You two will both need 2 of the abilities associated with your class, and you should see a little oddly blank drop-down menu in the abilities section. Yeah, so that has your options.
And there's 4 spots, but we only choose 2?
Right, because in a longer term game, you could level up and get new abilities. You'll be choosing 2 of them. Don't be greedy.
I feel like my abilities are things like smuggle, shoot first, and then Amanda's abilities are things like force wall and telekinesis. So that's cool. That's cool.
You're peeking at the other player's abilities.
What?
That's
Also,
my
time roller.
abilities.
Whoops, time roller.
Time
Whoops.
roller, what's up?
Can someone explain what Lord Monk is talking about?
Lord Monk, is this a reference or is this
tingly.
just your opinion on croutons?
I mean, I like
I'm
croutons
assuming
too.
it's like a quote of something because I feel like Lord Monk is the quote lover of quotes,
Lover
one
of
of our
quotes.
2 most. But you know what? I just Googled it and got nothing, so I think I might just be wrong.
Did you guys
might have an
already read
allergy, Lord
Sonic's
Monk.
chat and I missed it in the YouTube?
Made in
about
Abyss?
Yeah, Made in Abyss.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know anything about it, so I
I
didn't
don't know,
acknowledge
but
it.
that's okay, but that's cool. Yeah, apparently Sonic was saying that your character is basically like a character that's in Made in
Yeah.
Abyss, which
We
is
were
a
just talking
manga
about that.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. Or what I said, the idea of Doc Brown and Marty McFly, but what if Doc made Marty in a test tube out of alien DNA? What if?
What if? Folks, what if?
Okay. I've got some abilities. Amanda's got some abilities.
Got some abilities.
Should we?
That's true.
Should we
That's why
talk
you're
about
here.
them, or should we? What else do we have to do for the characters? We're pretty close.
I think that's pretty much it, actually.
Okay.
Do you have a physical descriptor and a name yet, Anthony?
I have a
Those are
name.
things.
I'm Dr. Percival Oetker, called both Doc and Percy by some.
Oh, I like that.
And I do have a physical descriptor. I haven't written it down yet, but I can describe it. Should we go down, Amanda, and do full rundowns of who we are? Is that useful, Kurt? Is that okay?
Yes.
Maybe we do that in a moment.
Okay.
There is one more thing that you'll have to do.
Great.
You need a ship, and that'll be on the page that I didn't make pretty yet.
Okay.
It's in fact just a normal spreadsheet background. Haha, get wrecked. Also very funny. Lord Monk is not going to explain the croutons thing. Just has to go see their friend.
Oh.
And that's the funniest possible thing.
Oh, I
So
love it. Well, I
Okay.
hope
you
you have
never
a good
know.
time with your friend. Isn't that a Rick and Morty story more than Back to the Future? Maybe. I mean, Rick in a way made Morty since he's his grandson in a very like generational sort of way. I didn't make him in an actual test tube though. But yeah, it does sound like something Rick might do. That is true. I could see him doing that.
That's
So
true.
by default, let's just talk about your ship a little bit.
Okay, okay, okay.
By default, your ship is small. It's big enough for you both to live on with a few additional passengers when necessary. And you're going to be controlling the ship with your abilities and attributes and skills like you would do anything else in this game.
Okay.
It can fly between planets within a few hours, and it can also fly faster than light in a matter of weeks to like traverse star systems. And you've got a spacesuit each. Lucky you. Um,
Nice.
you got a small cargo hold.
Okay.
You can do a little damage. You have a hull that protects you. And you've got drive fuel, which you could use to transverse planets, but we don't need to worry too much about that because, again, it's a one shot. So, you know,
Yeah.
you're going to choose 2 upgrades that you'd like your ship to have.
Yeah, we
And
are.
Yeah, we are.
I didn't even code a little pretty drop down for you. So I'll tell you what they are, or you could look
Tell
at the book.
us.
You could get
Or yeah.
additional armor. You could have an advanced drive, which makes you go faster or use less fuel. You could have advanced electronics, which can provide detailed information about ships, places, and stations you encounter. You could have afterburners, which let you evade, outrun, or maneuver when you're piloting the ship. You could have more fuel. You could be really maneuverable. You could have luxury passenger quarters with gourmet nutrition options and beautiful decor. You could have a massive cargo hold. You could have a med
Oh.
bay. You could have more powerful weapons, or you could have a shuttle hangar. What would you like?
Amanda, I'm thinking a med bay seems like if I'm a biological
Yeah, I like
scientist,
that.
maybe I'd want kind of the lab slash med bay. Also, maybe Beetle has some lingering biological defects that we occasionally have to fix.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. Let's do a med bay for sure. I like that.
So,
Great. That means that characters resting in a med bay overnight heal all their HP instead of half. Nice.
Wow, that's really useful.
Cool. And if someone's
Possibly.
dying, we can take them to the med bay to improve their chance to survive.
Good.
That's
I
useful.
don't want to die.
Yeah. Where do you think we got this?
Barely lived.
Where do you think we got this ship, Amanda? Because I'm imagining that like I was a humble scientist, you were a lab baby, and then I think that probably the authorities were on our
Stolen
tail.
ship, for sure.
We had to get out of there. Yeah,
This is a stolen ship.
it's a stolen ship.
It's stolen.
And yeah. Did we initially steal it like from the university I was at, or have we just been like stealing and swapping ships for the last 5 years, running and gunning?
I think this is a ship that we've had for a while,
Okay.
and we upgrade it
Okay. Yeah.
now and then.
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
because maybe there were a few previous ships. I think because this one is a med bay, you were pretty
Well, yeah, we've been working on this for a bit.
passionate. What did the ship used to be?
Good question. Milk tanker.
Is it like an ambulance ship?
Okay, that makes more
Milk
sense.
taker? Yeah.
I actually don't mind the idea that it was a tanker for some. Can we combine these and make it like a medical supply ship at some point?
I like the idea of it being if I may suggest, high maneuverability is what I was going to say we could have with it. Because then I think because I'm also a pilot, I can re-roll dice in like pilot situations.
I think that
Which
sounds
gives us
cool.
more options.
I
And
saw
I was
that. That was
thinking
kind of
like
fun.
it's like we're speeding towards people to help them. But maybe we also deliver supplies. The other thing is we could have a massive cargo hold, which I was also kind of intrigued by. So if you like then we could really be into the supplies, which I like. So
Now, here's the thing. I know that there were purposes that this ship served, but like, did you steal a medical ship or did you steal back a medical ship, but the people you were doing the job for were already taken out in a different way? Like,
it was already stolen and we restole it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then by the time you went to like deliver it, no dice, no trace even.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we just stole it personally, but
Okay, cool. No, and no but. Just no.
I don't think anyone was using it at the time.
And it's not stealing, is it?
Yeah,
Where did you
I mean,
steal it from?
well, I bet there's a place they keep these things.
So we
So
we
So you
stole
just stole an ambulance from
a hospital planet, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Kurt, was there something you were trying to hook into the story? I feel like we really
No,
butted you.
I was like, oh, well, what if you weren't evil? And Amanda was like, well, we're not evil. We just stole
Well, no one was
all the
using
important
it.
medical
They have
vehicle.
lots of ships on this medical.
They're wealthy.
planet.
These kind of ships are used to transport like
Do you know how much they charge
500-year-old people who have tons of
for
money.
Hospital Planet? Do you know how much money it costs to go to Hospital Planet?
Yeah.
And
And
if you and most people don't have insurance for this in the cosmos.
correct.
And they're gouging people, honestly. So
And
really, we liberated this ship, is the way I see it.
Beetle's mandibles were deeply infected because they were not made very well. So we needed medical supplies.
And as you told me, Doc Percy, we can't go inside to the hospital because no one would know how to treat me. And
Because you're
if
such a unique
anything,
combination of
because I'm
aliens.
so unique, and I could have been captured in Hospital Planet. So really, we did it because we had no choice.
Well, honestly, I appreciate you standing your ground. That's the story. You stole it from a nebulously are they evil sort of central authority figure in the cosmos.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope that makes
Uh,
everyone feel better about us stealing an ambulance.
Well, I don't need to feel good about it. It happened. Okay, I think that actually does get us to the end of the creation of all things that we must make in order to play the game. So
Great.
I think the only other thing I'll mention is just
But we need a name for a ship.
yes, you do need a name for your ship. That's right.
What should we name it?
You want to know the examples from the book? Never mind, I'm going to tell you.
Great.
The book says you need a name for your ship, of course, perhaps something like the Desert Rose, Good Grief, or Null Gravitas. Also, bye, Jen.
Interesting.
Bye, Jen.
Oh, character creation's like half of all our sessions, Jen. That's just how this goes. First, we spend a long time going, what if, what if, what if? It's like if you stacked a bunch of dominoes up and then you're like, all right.
So that is usually how it is, yeah. Usually about half of our session is, creating the thing. What was the last one you said?
Null Gravitas. You don't have to choose any of these. I just, they're kind of fun, kind of like roguish
I like
names.
something like that.
Do beetles have don't make all those, like a butterfly has a cocoon. They don't make cocoons, right?
Oh yeah.
But they have carapaces.
I don't know. Do I make cocoons?
Oh well, I mean you could. I was talking about real
could.
beetles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it could be a carapace.
Carapace. Is that how you pronounce that word?
Yeah, carapace, I think.
Carapace? That's like the hard outer shell of a beetle.
I think so.
Nice.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
I think that seems
but
right.
I think it's carapace. We could call it I was gonna say the crusty carapace.
Crusty carapace.
No, veto.
Yeah, fair.
Also, Jen is right. It's not carapace. It's carapace.
Oh, it's carapace. Okay.
Oh no. I just checked and it said the voice in my ears said carapace.
Carapace?
Oh.
Carapace.
Well, now I've been saying piss for years.
When I play it, I'm gonna Google it. It gets streamed out to the world.
Yeah, you're gonna have to trust me. It
Carapace.
says carapace, and yeah.
Carapace. Yeah, I thought it was carapace, but I'm always willing to be wrong about a pronunciation of a word because I say some words very strangely, and I honestly question a lot of the words that I say. So,
what if we call it care at pace? It's a bad pun for an ambulance.
I like that. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. That's a good suggestion. Carrot pace.
Every time we tell anybody
think
it, they're
that
like carrot, like the vegetable. And we're like, no, whatever, it's fine.
Do you think that because you're a doctor, so
Yeah.
did you take an oath? Do you think we help people with our ambulance? Like if people are injured, do we just help them?
I can see that. I can see that. Like, I feel like our morality is somewhat gray. You know, you might not know it, but we are
maybe
running
if they
from the
have a lot
cops.
of money, we're like, well, we're gonna charge you. But if someone's like down on their luck, doesn't have anything, we'd probably just look after them.
I think sometimes we feel like we're like when there's like no other options, and like if we aren't to do it, we basically are going to leave someone to die. We do feel we will take the time, but we have to be careful because you know we don't want anybody finding out who I am.
Yeah, no.
Did I miss something? Who are you?
I'm a doctor who broke international universal law by creating
this is
life.
like a known thing. I didn't realize that.
I think like the newspapers would have maybe had it.
So some people know about it.
Yeah.
Like certain quadrants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I think you got to be like fairly nerdy and in the know to
right.
You
got to be a person that reads the intergalactic newspaper.
Yeah, exactly.
Reads the intergalactic news.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So like
some people
the
don't
occasional.
even trust the intergalactic news, I think. So some people might read a story like that and be like, yeah, right. Someone creating life out of alien DNA sounds like a bunch of made up mumbo jumbo.
Right.
Whatever people say in space.
That sounds like a bunch of made up mumbo jumbo.
That's pretty common in this part of the galaxy for people to say that kind of phrase.
People are always saying mumbo jumbo around this part of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. We are going to introduce your characters in the ship, and then I'll just throw you immediately into the story. So does anybody need a bio break before we do that?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I feel great.
Beautiful. Then it's time. I would love to hear you both tell me about your character.
Well, let's save the best for last, so I'll start. My name is Dr. Percival Oetker, though when I'm on the job, I usually go by Percy, Doc, try to keep the last name out of it. I used to be a doctor, actually a biological scientist, experimenter. I was top of my field for a while until I got one crazy, wild idea that all of the evil that we see around us, it's not just because people make bad decisions, but it's baked in. It's in here. It's in the DNA. And you can't go stamping out every time there is some little sequence that encodes jealousy, selfishness, vengeance. It's baked in. That's how life evolves. That's how it survives. So I got this one crazy idea that if we were to create life that was truly good without these baser instincts that lead to evil, you'd have to do it from scratch. No evolution, created fully from just cold, clean DNA cloth. And with lots of funding, mispurposed from other projects, I delved into my lab, worked on that for several years, and nobody believed I could do it. Nobody really knew what I was up to until an experiment almost worked. A long, skinny, strange green creature born in one of my vats. Not exactly what I meant to do, but as colleagues got word of it, the international law was alerted that I had done one of the most, largest crimes you can do, creating life itself. Not adapting, not healing, but just creating. And so I went on the run with my creation. Dr. Oetker is like early 50s. Looks kind of like young and fit. So has a very sort of like exciting, adventurous life. But you can see sort of like the leathery lines on his face. He uses he/him pronouns. He tends to dress in kind of like a sort of beige leather jacket, soft with age. He's got sort of like cold, like green eyes, like a sharp face, sharp nose, sharp chin. Comes off as intimidating, but with like a nervous tick, always sort of like picking away at his cuticles, so that his fingernails are always sort of like deeply like red and inflamed around them, just constantly picking, always worried about who might be looking over his shoulder. Yeah, I'm an outlaw. My skills are science and manipulation. My favorite weapon is several syringes I've kept from my lab days of a gentle neurotoxin that puts people down and out pretty quick, as long as you can get it into the right vein. And my abilities are lucky. Once per session, I can reroll stuff. Things kind of go my way. I've been weirdly blessed by the universe, and I've started to kind of believe that I'm a little bit the main character. And also cheap shot. I love to get a surprise in. It gives me an advantage. Always try to get people first before they even know you're there. And I travel with my child, progeny, best friend, greatest experiment. Hard to
Worst
say.
experiment? Sometimes. Most disappointing experiment?
But also most promising.
That's nice. Cool. Oh, should I say who I am now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the segue.
Okay. I am that experiment. Hold on.
Here it comes, folks. The moment you've been waiting for.
My name is Beetle. And I am well, I guess I'm a green string bean type character with a few scraggly hairs on my head. And I have these big blue eyes that everyone seems to love to look into. But other than that, I guess I'm not much to look at sometimes, I think. I have these nice little mandibles. I have 3 fingers, 3 toes. And I'm a pilot. I love flying all kinds of crafts. I like going fast. And I also love to take in the culture of different places. I've traveled the cosmos in my time, which is a long time, I think. I don't remember everything, but I'm pretty sure I'm an ancient alien and that I've been alive for longer than the doc even knows how long, because he never answers me when I ask how long. So I assume he can't even enumerate it. And he has the only person I've ever known out in the stars, roaming. It's been lovely. I have, well, we've had some good times together.
Beetle's so sweet.
I also have a couple abilities. I have 2 abilities. I can build a force wall. If I focus solely on it, I can create a strong barrier of solid psychic energy that's pretty tall. But if it comes under stress, I gotta roll my willpower to see if I can maintain it. Did I put good into willpower? I don't know if I put 1. That's not bad.
That's good. That's
pretty
fine.
good.
That's in
Yeah.
your top 2.
That's top 2. And then I also have telekinesis. I can easily move small objects. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the one where I can read minds. Can I read minds?
Still have to see one of them.
Is that scanner? Yeah, scanner. I can read people's surface emotions.
Ooh.
And I can roll the dice with with intelligence. My intelligence is a 0, so that's not too bad. It might be okay.
Could be worse.
Could be
Always a
worse.
chance.
And then I kind of look into their deeper thoughts and see what they're thinking. Yeah. And that's basically me, I guess. Oh, I have a light weapon. I picked a weapon, but then I read the book and I don't know if this is accurate, so I might need to change it. Let me ask
you
the
can
GM.
tell me.
I have a pipe that's a sticky pipe. And
What
what I wanted
does
to
that
do,
mean?
what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the sticky that's on the side of the pipe and I kind of scrape it off with my mandible like this. And then I put it in the pipe and then I go and I blow it at people.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can have a blow gun. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yeah, basically.
But it sticks? What's the sticky part?
Well, the pipe is sticky, so also you could throw it and get it stuck on someone. I don't know how useful that is. I don't know if I've ever tried
sticky blow gun.
It's sticky.
It's not supposed to be sticky. It's supposed to be a blow gun, but it's always sticky for some reason.
It's just a pipe, actually. I don't know why it's sticky. I was that way when I found it.
You can see why Dr. Oaker's a little bit disappointed.
It's all I found. We don't really have a lot of weapons on this ship. It's more of a medical vessel.
Correct. Yeah. I have a question for you guys. How common do you think psychic powers are? Is this like a thing that happens around here, or is this like a very weird part about this beetle creation?
I think it's uncommon.
Okay.
I think there's maybe some mods that people can get that make this happen for them, but to be like born with it
Mine's
is
natural.
weird.
I was always like this.
For
always like
thousands of
this.
years.
At least since
Possibly
your accident.
millennia.
Who's to say?
Yeah. I don't know how long. A long time, I think.
We
I could be
fly
one of
around.
the oldest races, possibly. Is that possible? It's possible.
It's possible.
So possible.
The two of us fly around in our ship called Carrot Pace, which maybe is the slogan of the ambulance company that we stole this ambulance ship from. It's a small, maneuverable ship. We've mostly tried to remove any identifying details about which ambulance it was, but sometimes we do use the fact that it looks like an ambulance ship to our advantage to get through blockages, traffic jams quickly. It's got a very nice med bay, very maneuverable. And we travel the universe doing various skullduggery, jobs that pay. We have some medical skills that can come in handy. And we're very good at getting in and out of places quickly without being seen.
Perfect. I'm just loading your adventure.
Loading.
And okay. It's been a minute since you've been in this part of the galaxy. Whatever went down at the last place you were didn't go down so hot. Got a little bit of heat on your tail. And so it was as good a time as any to go the long way home, curving around the edge of the star system, getting a little bit lost. You weren't lost, of course, you know where you're going, but moving through these parts always feels like being a little bit lost. Not quite on the edge of known space, but certainly not in the hustle and bustle of the central areas. This is a little bit rough, and they call it the crook of the arm of the galaxy. In this part of the crook, there are certainly plenty of folks who try to make their way eking out a life. Granted, they all have to contend with Central Direct, which I was always telling people how to live their lives, and their influence can certainly be felt even out here. In fact, word has it that one of the planets that's been rogue enough for a while has been, let's say, checked in on by CD. Central Direct, poking their nose around, seeing if there's an opportunity there to expand. But we're still a little bit at the edge of known space. in this part of the crook, work is here if you want to find it. And there's a few places that you go in the off time that you find yourself in this ass end of this part of this washed up spacey place. There's the Broken Nova, which is functionally a dive bar, space station at some point abandoned and then picked up by a set of rogues who just wanted a place away from prying eyes. The Broken Nova is an invite-only bar, and they don't care who you are. They just care that you knew someone and that vouched for you. I don't know who that was for you, but that's how you got in. The Broken Nova. Recently, you've also picked up a signal from a craft somewhere around here. You get these every now and again. Sometimes there are opportunities to earn a little coin. Sometimes there's something that's pulling on your heartstrings. It's been faint for a little while, but you might be in range to figure out what it is. And finally, we have a slightly more built up moon orbiting around the same star system as the other two places I just talked about. A moon off of a tidally locked planet, and the moon is a colony that used to be part of Central Direct and then fell out of communications over time. Tends to be a little rough and tumble, but there's always interesting places to be, and you haven't been there before. So, Broken Nova, a distress signal from some kind of craft in the area, and a moon that I think is called, I think the moon is called Edge.
Edge. And we just know of this moon. We haven't been, but we just think it's an interesting place to go.
It's a place nearby that has enough folks that you'll be able to find something to do,
Okay.
something to earn a little bit of work, something to get something going.
Nice.
But these are all opportunities, and the door is open to whatever you feel is interesting. Let's open up a scene. Do you folks cryo sleep when you move between star systems, or do you like to spend the time in between getting up to something?
I think that the doc could be interested in cryo sleeping, but I'm curious about our little beetle who has spent so little time alive. Might be curious about being existent.
I can cryo.
That might also be true.
Tried it once.
Yeah.
And I think
first
I got
time,
frostbite.
yeah, I think it was uncomfortable. You couldn't sleep really. And maybe, I wonder if it happened again before you eventually said something. Did you speak up the first time?
I think I thought that's what cryo sleep was like. I thought you just lay there and you're kind of cold and then you're just kind of restless. I thought that's what it was. And the second time when I brought it up to Percy, he told me that's not what's supposed to be like. But I guess I just forgot because of my amnesia. So I think maybe I've never cryo sleeped. It's probably because I'm such a unique specimen. Is that what you call it, Doc?
Species, yes, but
Species,
they didn't design these units for you. Just sort of the major, most populous species in this part of the galaxy.
So I watch the ship, and I like to read books.
We have a lot of
Doc,
books.
do you cryo sleep?
I'll cryo sleep for most of it, but I also feel bad about leaving Beetle out alone for the long stretches between planets. So I'll wake up for a month or two to keep company.
I don't mind.
Or
I
a
also
week
like
or two. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a few weeks, I think,
Okay,
between
great,
star
great.
systems. So
yeah,
it's a little time in between.
I knit you these mittens while you were in cryo sleep, so that when you go into cryo sleep, you won't be so cold next time.
As I've told you before, I really appreciate this, Beetle. This is great, and you're getting better using just those 3 fingers for knitting. This is as much less holes than last time than my socks.
Yes.
I don't get cold in cryo sleep though. Remember, I don't experience anything.
Oh, right. You don't get cold in cryo sleep.
Yes, that's right.
Well, if you ever do get cold, then you'll be cozy, just in case.
You're right. You know what? I'll wear them. I'll just wear them. It'll be nice, just in case. Don't want to take any risks.
You never know.
Did you see anything on the scanners or?
Did I see anything on the scanners? That's a good question.
We can actually hear the faint, it's not a beeping, but I think there's sort of a like an indicator that's flashing and a hum, a slight
Oh,
hum that comes from something that's sort of a distress call, but not so urgent or so close that you would have had to rush out to it. So you can hear that sort of ambient noise that alerts you.
I hear something on the scanners right
Yeah.
now,
Let me take a
but
look.
oh yeah, it
Uh,
could be nothing. It could be an advertisement, or
so
it could
any
be an
details about the
emergency.
type of emergency that this is? I can't see anything here.
It doesn't seem to be quite as urgent, but um, what is it saying here on this reader? Is there something adrift in space?
We have any?
Down on your screen scrolls past a message that, as they so often are, is a little bit corrupted. You can make out some classic call for help words, uh, you know, engines running low, seeking additional support craft,
Of course.
the word medical, but no context for what it is. Uh, and it cuts off before there would be an opportunity to specify if this is a paying gig or not.
Ugh.
Oh,
Beetle, beetle,
well,
beetle, beetle.
they might need help, so maybe we should check.
I know,
It
but
says medical. We're medical.
yes, we are, but we've,
We're a medical vessel.
we are a medical vessel. I was just hoping we might head down to the Broken Nova. I haven't seen Alyssa in quite some time. I thought maybe she'd still be there. Uh,
Oh,
it's
now
just
you see.
it just happens to be that time. I think that's part of the cycle in this galaxy. I think she might be here. Anyways, I just we could, but
I see. Well, I don't know. Do you think Alyssa would want us to leave this signal?
uh, I mean, I don't. I guess I don't know. I can't speak for her.
Well, I just mean you talk about her a lot when you were not around.
As you know, we did some work, some adventures together, some jobs before
Mhm.
I met you. So,
Well,
um,
before you met me, what kind of stuff did you guys do?
mm, as I've told you, I just worked on a lot more. It was kind of less interesting stuff, lot less moving around, kind of
Right.
operating from one place, and she worked with me for a bit, getting me supplies for a medical job I was doing.
For a medical job you were doing.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that, I personally like to go places. So why I find we could definitely go see Alyssa. Maybe we could check this out first just to see, just in case. And there might be some good scrap if there's no one around.
You and your scrap. No, I mean,
I like to add to my collection of scrap, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm pretty sure it's normal for someone of my species to collect scrap.
totally, absolutely normal. I think every one of you that I've met
Me
collects
too.
scrap.
My parents were big scrap collectors. That's how they met.
Is that true?
Yes.
You're getting memories now from before?
I'm having a memory.
You're having a memory right now.
Ah! Yeah.
No, I've told you that's not how memories feel.
Yeah, I remember there were scrap collectors. That's what my memory says.
Okay.
Please, can we just check it out? Just quick. We can just swing by
Sure,
and
sure.
then we can shoot right out of there. If there's no scrap, if nobody needs help,
But
we'll get out of there.
okay, yes, but Beetle, this time, promise me, we can't keep doing these things pro bono, just for free. I know we have a medical section, but the minute we show up in this thing, people are just begging for charity, and we have a lot of debt, right? There's several systems we can't go back to right now. Whatever this is, we have to ask for payment, okay? You have to stand by me. You cannot sell me out, okay?
I will stand by you. We can ask for payment.
We don't give them anything without something in return.
Yes.
Great.
What about scrap as payment? Is that acceptable payment?
Let's say 50% scrap as payment. We also need other things.
50% and then 15% credits.
Correct, or something of value. Okay, good.
Okay.
I mean, not that scrap's not valuable, just valuable
I'll
to
take
me.
you on it.
Great.
Okay, great.
Okay, good.
All right, good deals.
All right. Well, I will go get the medical suite ready to go. Take us in, pilot.
Okay.
Great. What is Beetle's part of the ship? Is the cockpit customized towards you? Have you decorated it at all? Does this reflect who you are, or is this a serious place?
It is somewhat decorated. I have, I think, I knitted a cozy for my chair and for my steering wheel. And I have a little bit of broken metal that is kind of on the mirror of the spaceship. The front mirror, the rear mirror, the side mirror. I don't know what mirror this is. It helps me see some part of the ship. I think it's the back. I usually use it when I'm backing up. Yeah. Well, that's what my species does. We navigate on pure impulse. That's why we're so good at it. That's why we're all naturally born pilots. I've been piloting forever, I think.
I think the extra sensory perception probably helps, you know?
But otherwise, I don't like to add too many things because it's a distraction from flying and you should always be focused. And I have a seatbelt.
Okay. Now, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get from where I am here to go to where the call is. And I would like to not get too close because sometimes you get too close and you can get pulled in by things, and that's dangerous.
Okay, great. What
So
do you
I'd
think
like
is
to remain some distance.
What do you think is the most appropriate attribute for you to use?
I think my most I think agility would make sense.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me as well. Okay. So here's how we're going to do this. We have reached a role in the game. And what I'm going to get you to do, I'm going to spell out sort of the consequences if you fail. I think it's pretty obvious in this case. If you fail, you're going to go closer than you had intended to. And if there's somebody there, they're definitely going to know that you're there. So I think that's what's at stake here. If you're comfortable with that, then it's time to roll. You're going to roll the 2d6, add them together, and then add your agility attribute, or subtract it if it's bad.
Okay. So I'm going to roll 2d6s and then add agility.
Attribute. Yeah, the agility attribute.
Okay. That seems good. And we do have maneuverability, so I can re-roll the dice. Is that a thing?
I haven't read your abilities, actually. I'm going to trust you for that one.
That's our ship thing. It says, let me read it for you. If you don't have the pilot skill, never mind. If you already have this pilot skill, you may choose to re-roll dice in situations where maneuverability is relevant.
Okay, cool. So this would only be relevant, I guess, if you weren't a pilot, which I'm pretty sure you did pick the pilot skill. Am I wrong? No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think I have the pilot skill, and I think normally with the pilot skill, you can re-roll one, but if you have high maneuverability, you can re-roll both if you would like.
Ooh, fun. Nice.
So I got a 5 and a 1. So I'm gonna re-roll the 1.
Yeah, sure.
I got a 6. Okay, so that means I add, so that's 5 plus 6, that's 11 plus 2.
Ow.
Yeah, that's a success. You get what you want. Obviously, you get what you want.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what it looks like when you do this, and then I'll let you know what you come out to.
So I think I zoom across, and it's like the ship almost went into a hyperdrive. We don't have a hyperdrive, but if we did, this is what it would be like. And I get right outside, just perfectly outside of the range of if anyone had any tractor beams that they could pull us in with. But it's like just as close as I could possibly get without being pulled in. So I'm doing pretty good, baby.
You sidle up just perfectly. Something they say about piloting a starship is that you get a second sense of it. Like you become the craft as you move it around. If you're just getting used to a craft, it's tricky. What's the size? How do you dock? Where are you really in this space? But if you're piloting something you know well, boy, sure feels like a dream. And wouldn't you know it, something feels oddly familiar as you sidle up just on the outside of that range. In fact, even the shape of the craft on your detection tools looks familiar. And it's at that moment that it becomes clear that this is another model of the same ship that you're piloting. You're not, well, actually, that's clear. So you can detect, I think the signal is now strong enough that you can get the encoded information that includes the make of the ship with it. But the signal, it seems, wasn't just faded because of distance, it was actually degraded. The signal wasn't
Oh.
great. You can tell that this is a ship, and also that no one is on board, at least no one alive.
Do I sense any scrap around?
It's a spaceship, so whatever you think scrap is, definitely there's some there.
Hmm.
Do you have any sense how long this thing's been here? It's, it's been here a while.
The readers aren't giving a clear sense, but I would guess based on how degraded the signal is, definitely for some time. And I mean, there's no life signs, so
Huh.
probably at least a month,
It's
maybe
strange the
longer.
sound that the biosign detector emits. Um, it's almost a song when there is someone on a place. And if you hear that pointed towards any kind of outpost or clustering of people, it becomes a sort of symphony, melodies entwining. But when there's no one there, it's eerie, a sort of high, empty whistle, like wind moving through. And that's what you hear now.
Does it look like there's any like damage to the ship from the outside? Looks like it's been attacked.
I don't think it's in your visual range, but you can
Okay.
assume that it's damaged. Yeah. It
Beetle,
would be weird to leave a craft in good working condition out here.
can you take us in? Let's just try to get a sense of what happened here. These things can be traps, you know.
Yeah, I'll take us in, but I'll take us above, because usually when there's traps, they're not usually set above a vehicle. It's usually below that you gotta worry out for. So let's go.
I never understand what you mean by above in space, but you always have a very clear sense of it.
Well, like how the top of the space, the vehicle's up. So if we're on top, then that's above the top.
Ah,
We're on the top of the vehicle. I
sure.
know
You
the
know
vehicle's
what?
sideways, but that's still the top.
Sounds like a
Space is
pilot
all
thing.
relative. It's definitely a pilot thing. Yeah.
As
I
you
got it.
approach the craft, yeah, now it becomes immediately apparent why this wasn't just brought back. Now it becomes apparent why no one tried to like bring this to have a ship that they could pilot. Ships don't come cheap. You know that damn well because you stole this one. Uh, there's some kind of malfunction with the artificial gravity of the ship.
Oh.
And you can see that there's been a hole. Now that you're closer, you can see that there's been a hole blasted clean through the hull. And the detritus from the ship is now orbiting in a quick, tight orbit around the actual ship body.
Huh.
It would be difficult to approach, and a tractor beam will not play well with that anti-grav or artificial gravity generator that's
Right.
going haywire. You can now, within visual sight range, it's a wild thing to behold, like a centrifuge orbiting around a central point.
The doc cringes at the amount of visible scrap that is now in the viewer field of the spaceship. Turns to Beetle. This looks bad, and honestly, probably nobody with any meaningful credits aboard, no lives to save, and getting the scrap's going to be dangerous. Risk scrapping ourselves. So, how about we head back? Broken Nova's still waiting.
I can't even get a little bit of scrap.
I mean, just how would we get scrap?
We could,
You're not going to walk out there, are you? You're not suggesting.
no, I'm not gonna walk out there. Why don't we just go right through it?
What?
We're gonna flash back one moment to the last time Beetle spacewalked for scrap.
I think we're like in a space junkyard where they just like kind of like push a bunch of random scrap into a big floating ball that gets its own like gravitational pull.
Just want the thing that's like a little bit closer to the center. So I think it'll be better if I just walk out and grab it.
But they say these things they actually can become like super gravitational in the center because there's so much scrap out here.
I have
We could lose you.
Center of gravity.
That's not how these things work, Beetle. I should really send you to school.
Like a magnet, we see Beetle thunk right against the outside of this body, and we flash back to the present.
I got the scrap though that time.
I did have to use a tractor beam on you. You barely survived.
Did have to pull me off, and I did have some internal bleeding. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Wow, a lot. A lot.
I was the one who repaired it. It was a lot. So
Okay,
this is another similar
so.
situation. Not worth the internal bleeding. We can we'll do a scrap run once we get back to, the Broken Nova.
But what if they have medical supplies?
We are low on medical supplies.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
don't.
just saying if we go through the ship.
But we're
There's
gonna get hit
already
by
a hole.
debris.
Well, yeah, we'll get hit by some debris. I can put up a force wall.
On the ship? Or on
I
yourself?
think so.
If you would like to do this, the consequences of failure will be the complete annihilation of your craft and the death of both of you. But you may do this, and you could get it.
I look at Beetle. No. This time, no. Unless you make a really good case, I can't let you do this. You don't have a good track record.
Fine.
Okay. All right. Broken Nova, we're going to take a couple nights off. We're going to enjoy ourselves, Beetle. Right? We'll have fun. We'll look around. Maybe we'll find somebody like you, It's a populous
Think we'll find
place.
someone like me? Really?
There's lots of people there. Could be.
I guess. I don't know. You always say that and we don't find anyone like me.
Yeah. No, but maybe we should be looking for somebody like you in a more soul sense. Not somebody who looks like you. I mean, you're so
Right.
unique, Beetle.
Someone who is more like my soul sister.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody you connect to. Everybody has somebody. Maybe I have Alyssa or somebody, and you could have something like that.
Oh. Well, I don't know about that, but I guess we can have a look and see. Maybe we'll find someone this time.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find someone that also likes scrap as much as I like scrap.
Great point.
And then maybe they'll come back out here with me and we'll get that scrap.
I'm not going to be on that mission, okay?
Okay, fine. Okay, let's go. Fine.
At Sorry.
No, we set our bearing for the Broken Nova.
Great.
Oh,
Um,
do we have any way of setting a beacon, like a warning beacon that we can like leave in space here?
for
Oh
sure.
yeah, to let people know about this wreck.
Yeah. Yeah. The doc like programs it to just kind of send it a repeating message of like unrecoverable wreck, no survivors,
Proceed
stay
with
away.
caution. If you go, send scrap to, and then my mailbox. Can you put that just in
Are
case?
you actually adding that? That matters.
Does
because-
Beetle successfully find a way to add it? I think
did.
Beetle has final say on it because you actually have your hands on the controls.
I am the one that has to program it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I say there's a mailbox that I use sometimes. I have many mailboxes throughout the cosmos.
Obviously.
So it's one of many. Yeah, so they can leave it on Alpha Alpha 58 in the mailbox number. I put that in, and I say to leave it for Alicia. That's my alias.
I told you I don't like that alias. It sounds a lot like Alyssa. It just feels weird. Like, do you not know any other names or?
And at that
Julie?
point,
I'm Alicia.
I think this like awkward back and forth that's happening is happening as you start to crest in towards the
Right.
Broken Nova. Over the comms chatter, you know the score. They pass you the first half of the password and you answer back. It's not quite a cipher. It's not a set password though. There's a system and you know the system. This time, the radio crackles on and a voice that is familiar to the doc says, "When you face the stars."
Right, no faces facing back.
Doc, been a minute. Hold on, let me open the bay. And sound can't travel through space, but boy, you've heard the creaking on the other side of this thing when the bay opens, and it is something. A door on the side of this former space station, now recolonized, retaken place of leisure, opens up, and yeah, what is the first thing? I want to say there's something even in the landing bay that like grounds you in this place, something that you look at every time you pass in. What is it? If at least Doc's been here before, Beetle, you let me know if you have.
Yeah, I think that the like bartender host drives this like beautiful red hotshot little two-person schooner. And it's basically always parked here because there's nowhere worth going that's not the Broken Nova. But it's always got the prime parking space right in the middle of the bay. And I think having come here enough times, that part feels like home.
Great.
I think for me, it's an empty spot that's always empty.
Okay.
Spot XX2YG. No one ever parks there. I don't know why. I guess because it's close to the wall.
I think
Not a great spot.
other folks might be more hesitant to use this parking spot. It is a little bit of a tight turn right through the hull door.
But I always like to look and see if anyone parks there because I imagine that if you park there, you must be a pretty good pilot.
Is there anyone parked there?
No.
Do you park there?
No.
No. Okay.
No, that's great. I actually think that's great.
Well, it's not a great spot.
It's a hard spot to get into. Okay, good point.
And so XX2YG has sailed past. I think these are two different directions in the docking bay.
I'm leaving it for someone else of my species to prove that they're also a good pilot, you know? Gotta earn your stripes, baby.
So Alyssa's voice, of course, is the one that crackled through on the comms, but Alyssa's not down here greeting people.
Is there someone in the docking bay here who's,
Yeah, well, the
monitoring it?
docking bay, I think once you've docked, there's a secondary area where ships can be taken into past the airlock, in which well, you pass through the airlock, you go into the docking bay, and in the docking bay is not anybody that Doc recognizes, but there is somebody that Beetle recognizes. Um, there is Sparky, that mechanic that taught you a couple tricks a couple years back, that fancy maneuver. You know, the one that Doc never lets you do.
Yeah.
Sparky is wearing sort of work overalls that are patched up so many times you start to wonder where they began, and where the patches start and the overalls end.
When it's hard to guess what the
Oh.
original color was.
Yeah. Uh, Especially given that they're always all caked in oil. And
Yeah.
Sparky gives a wipe down of the overalls and says, "Hey, hey, Beetle, Doc,
Hey, Sparky, what's up? How's it
Hey.
going?
how's it going?" And wipes his
Gurglesplat.
gurgle spot.
Gurglesplat.
Sparky looks helplessly to Doc.
Oh, it's a new fuel we heard about over on ninth moon of Quiltern. Beetle's been
Gurgle spot.
curious about asking you about it. Beetle insists that we could put it in this craft, but I don't want to take any risks. So,
I'm telling you.
Oh, actually, I did hear about that. You know, somebody came through just a little while ago, and yeah, you wouldn't believe it. The ship purred right on through, but you hate to run out of it. You can't switch them over.
You can't switch them over. But Gurglesplat could be one of the best new fuels. I'm telling you. Doc.
I don't know. I sure took a look. But I don't know if I think that. Anyway, where's my manners? Sparky wipes his hands off on a rag that's so covered in like oil that nothing comes off his hands. Then he puts out a handshake for Beetle.
Beetle shakes his hand in the custom of Sparky's. What is Sparky human or what's Sparky's race?
I think most people are human.
Most people are
there are
human.
alien creatures, but I think it would. I don't know. You hear
Well, then
sometimes.
I shake his hand unless
Yeah.
there's some other thing that Sparky likes to do.
No, extends a handshake.
Let's
Not to
shake
the
hands.
dock though. Sparky to the dock, like goes to extend a handshake and then has like a points to his head like I remember, and then gives you a little like, yeah.
Sparky, I just try to grab him as we're walking past, out of earshot of Beetle.
Yeah.
I'm a bit in the doghouse and got to make things right. Got any extra scrap? Any ships that have gotten left here? Anything fun?
Oh, do I ever? Says Sparky. And I think Sparky really like gets into these conversations about ships, and if you open that door, he'll just keep on going. So I think he's rattling off stats and sort of like engine. What's the word I'm looking for? Specs. Yeah,
Specs.
Specs of this ship. Oh, it's built to this. It has this engine.
Sparky. You know it's all like Pushian to me. I'd like to get something not too expensive so that I can take off your hands.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I get a little carried away. It's a CD craft. And that's a little unusual.
How did it make its way here? By what providence?
Well, they've been coming through this way, right? Going to Edge. Just kind of seeing more of them these days. But it's all right. We didn't steal it. Just got our hands on it.
All right. Yeah. What are you asking?
Oof. They were trying to sell it for too much. Couldn't get anything for it in the end. Couldn't drag it back on a tractor beam. So we got a pretty good deal. I don't think we're going to specify a price. Why don't you, if you want a good price from Sparky, understand he's thrifty. So I am going to make you roll for it.
Okay.
I guess tell me what your objective is specifically.
Um, I want to get some scrap for Beetle so that
Right.
Beetle's happy.
Are you hoping to get like a little to play with, or is
Yeah,
this
we probably can't get the whole. We probably not worth. We can't take the whole ship with us. So we want some parts. We want some choice parts, some nice pickings, things pulled out of it. I think is probably the kind of thing we're looking for.
okay? So a failed roll would basically just result in a Sparky taking advantage maybe of the fact that you're in the doghouse here.
Yeah.
So you would get a bad price for it. There's not huge consequences, but I think whether or not you pull out with lighter pockets is an interesting question. So give me what do you think you'd be rolling with?
Uh, so my I'm foggy. How do my skills help here?
Your skill lets you reroll a die if you've got a relevant skill.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. So I should choose an attribute that I'm rolling with then?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's say willpower. I'm trying to convince Sparky that, Beetle needs this. Beetle's a good guy. It's the right thing to do to help us. And does this count as a manipulation roll? So I might be able to roll something again?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that seems fair. You're trying to coerce him.
Yeah.
That's not unreasonable.
All right, I'm going to roll. Whoa, I rolled a natural 11. That's wild. I'm not going to re-roll anything.
Wow.
I get a
There
plus
you go.
1, so that's a 12.
Not only is it nice scrap, like that fits, you have an ideal size when you're looking for scrap. You
Yeah.
want something that's not going to be a pain in your ass to carry in your cargo bay. And this is just big enough to be interesting and just weird enough. These CD like corpo products don't always get onto the market. It's weird. So that's going to be interesting enough for Beetle to be kept and wrapped.
Nice.
You run a hard bargain, but okay. All right. Sure. Okay.
Drop them off in our hold. I really appreciate it, Sparky.
Hey, only for Beetle. All right. Don't
Beetle.
you get any ideas here.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. Thanks, Sparky. I'll see you.
Hey, no worries. Where did Beetle go?
Beetle is doing their hand stretches.
just,
I gotta do these every time as pilot.
just like in the hallway somewhere.
Physically in this space station, where do you think you go? We can assume that it is mostly a bar, but there's accommodations too. It's kind of in almost analogous to a tavern, if you want to think about it in terms of like a functional space.
There is a special space in the tavern.
Like an inn,
Yes. There is a special space. They have a back room. I go to the back room. It's a place where people go to have
Sex.
no.
Really seemed like that's where you were going. No.
What are you talking about? What?
It actually is if Beetle doesn't know what sex is. It's the exercise room.
Yes. Thank you. It's the exercise room. Everyone goes there to do exercise. What are you talking about? Sex.
You know what? I think when this was a space station, that was what
No.
this room was for. There are still machines for like exercises that will prevent you from losing quite as much bone density as you would normally in space.
It's not usually occupied, okay? So I usually like to go because it's me and maybe a couple other people. And sometimes there are other pilots and they're clearly stretching too. And we don't look at each other and we just stretch.
Great.
Don't make it weird.
I'm sure some people also exercise here.
Everyone exercises. That's what they're doing.
As you walk by, I think Alyssa, everybody wears multiple hats here, right? And in this particular space, Alyssa is both at the bar and admitting people to the establishment. Kind of makes sense. I think it's communally like it's not owned, right? They couldn't sell this space station because it's not their space station.
Right.
But there's a loose sort of anarchic feel that keeps everything running. And here she is looking, well, looking gruff, as she always does. Alyssa's a rough and tumble pirate who you remember very well, and she certainly remembers you. She, it's funny. She wears those like no grav outfits that are designed to have this sort of floaty effect when worn in no grav, but she's never in no gravity. You asked her once about it and just liked it, I guess.
It's like how it feels.
She comes out from the bar I assume that you would go to see her.
Yeah.
She comes out from the bar to see you.
Alyssa.
Okay. And she slaps you in the face.
Okay. I can't say that I didn't deserve that, but I'm not sure exactly what reason you think I did.
You never are you? You never are quite sure. I'll let you know.
Sure.
Everybody here thought you were dead. Well, almost everybody. Sparky's always got his nose in an engine, but everybody else thought you were dead.
Dead? Why? Because of our last cock up? It's no trouble we can't get out of?
Because of the space, your craft spaced not far from here.
Oh, no. That's that we just saw it on our way in, the ambulance. It's also an MD-500, but it's a B series. It doesn't really look like ours. We have a bigger medical bay where they're sort of more for sort of like sleeping patient transport, so they've got more sort of docks. You thought we were dead?
No, I'm gonna have you roll. Actually, I'm gonna pause this and have you roll for that.
What am I rolling for?
Your objective, I think,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
is to make this person less mad at you.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'm
great.
not just gonna make that happen for you.
Nice. Willpower again. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Great.
I rolled 2 3s. I think I can. Is this manipulation?
I would let you. Well, I know the skill is called manipulation,
Yeah.
but like
charm.
persuasive thing.
Yeah.
Can I try to read Alyssa's mind?
Would you do that?
Maybe.
Have you come
For a
back to the bar?
friend. I'm in the bar. I'm having a drink.
Okay, so you did your stretches while the negotiations were happening. Who
Yeah.
knows who was in there when you marched in there and went, okay, pulled out your 3 fingers. But all right. Yeah, you can do that. But let's resolve this one first.
I re-rolled. I got worse, so now I have a 6 in total.
You're full of shit, basically. This is not a different craft. This is exactly the same craft. This, if it wasn't for the different model number, and even then they're very close model numbers, an O in a place of a 0, this is the same model of craft. And she knows it, and you know it, and it's bullshit that you're trying to pull this on her. You think that's pretty smart, huh?
No, I'm sorry. I mean, Alyssa, this is not my fault. I didn't know it was. I mean, I'm touched. I'm touched that you were concerned. I just
shut up. You got a place here, all right? But I'm allowed to be mad.
Sure, you're allowed to be mad. You've really settled down, eh? Station bum. I thought you were just going to be here for a couple weeks. I wasn't sure if we'd see you.
She shakes her head. If you want to read Alyssa's mind, you're welcome to.
Do it.
I gotta do it.
The consequences of failing this is that
What will happen?
she'll feel it,
What do you mean she'll feel it?
like a tickle on her brain.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
And you are the big freaky green guy in the bar, so
Well, it might not be me.
again, you're the big freaky green guy in the bar.
So,
Well, actually, you can easily read people's surface emotions, but you don't need to roll for that. It's very clear what her surface emotion is, and that's pissed the hell off. She was a little
Yeah.
bit angry, and then Doc lied to her, and now she's real mad.
Well, okay.
But if you want to access like a deeper thought or a specific piece of information, that's when I would get you to roll for this.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over there. And I'm gonna... I made something.
You what?
I made something.
What did you make?
I made this.
Alyssa,
Tea cozy for you, Alyssa. I
Did
just
you?
wanted...
Out of
Yes.
like you did make this for her?
was it for her?
Yes, I knitted it.
Uh,
But it's
yeah.
also got this part that's a little bit shiny because it reminded me of that time that the three of us, well, that one time that the three of us, we all went out to look at the stars at the top. Do you remember?
I do remember. Yeah. Wasn't expecting the three of us, but there we were.
Well, there's three sparkly bits, and that each one represents us, so we are one of the stars.
Did go all out there that night?
All three of us.
All three of us.
Anyways, I hope it fits. I've been working on my knitting, so it's there's like an 80% chance at this point.
She grunts and picks up the coaster.
Tea cozy?
Tea cozy.
Tea cozy, sorry. Picks up the tea cozy, which is so much funnier, honestly. Grunts and picks up the tea cozy, looks at it. I think that maybe there's not that much of a difference between the style of the tea cozy and like her manner of dress. She's gonna sort of tuck it under the bar.
Oh.
That was very nice of you.
Well,
Beetle.
I didn't want to interrupt anything. I just
You
thought-
didn't.
Oh, good. Well,
No, I'm
okay.
saying you didn't. I'm pretty sure you came over here to dispel a emotionally fraught situation. I know what they
Nope.
feel like to you. You can tell whenever what's happening in the room. It makes you uncomfortable. You told me.
I have to go. I think I'm having a memory.
Don't go in the
Beetle-
exercise room, okay? Remember what we talked about?
I'm not gonna go there.
Great.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over to the corner. Excuse me. Beetle goes over to the corner to have a memory. But Beetle also takes their drink with them.
Okay, great.
It helps with memories, as you know, it helps with my memory.
I follow Alyssa to the bar, trying to think of ways to change the tenor of our conversation. We talk so infrequently, and this seems like a bad way to spend our limited time.
You're welcome. I hope it helped.
So CD, crawling around these parts, must be pissing you off.
Yeah, it's pissing me off. How'd you escape?
Oh, the last cock up?
How'd you get away from CD?
Kurt, were we involved? I forget. Is that what happened in our last adventure?
Oh, no.
No.
This
Okay.
is new information.
Okay. We came in the usual way. We didn't have any trouble. Are they stopping folks around here?
Have Had your head buried in a desert planet? Are you serious right now?
We have been lost between the XL system and the Cervantes triplets for quite some time, so we maybe haven't received any recent news. What's going on, Alyssa?
Well, you might not have heard, but everybody else certainly did. And I think she pulls out it's a little device, two little metal rods that when pulled apart, you get sort of like a ticker tape of news. And it doesn't take Alyssa just sets it in front of you and makes somebody else a drink while it scans through. There's a few headlines of things that you don't care too much about. You know, the price of exports on this or that planet, movement between this system and that system when things were quiet and we thought that it was not active war zone, all these things that are news but not directly relevant to you. And then there's a piece of local heads up. A couple of outlaws wanted for breaking international law.
Oh. Alyssa, that's not it's not us in particular, is it? Please tell me.
Look, you know, CD doesn't identify who they're looking for, but they're certainly going to ask what they're looking for. And folks around here are pretty sure they know who it is. In fact, we were pretty sure they found who it was. This was last week's. Right after this went out, that craft blew.
That's a week old.
That's a week old.
Doc like starts looking around the bar. How many people are here?
I think it's quiet enough. There's sort of a kid, not a kid, but like a teenager, just old enough to be gallivanting between planets on his own. He's got kind of bright eyes, looking over
Does he look
with
like me?
curiosity. I think he does have blue eyes. And
Wow.
you know what? If it might be one of those person and their pet situations where they don't really look the same, but that is kind of funny.
Wow. Can I
Uh,
fix my hair?
do you have hair? I forget
Do you
like
have
three
hair?
hairs, right?
Yeah, I have a few hairs.
A few. Fix your hairs.
Yeah, can I fix my hairs so I can go over and say hi?
You definitely can. This kid
Okay.
definitely is sort of, you know, when somebody sort of wants to be part of a conversation.
Is he looking over at us, at me, at
Um,
them?
yeah,
What's he
he's
looking at?
just close enough that just far enough away
That he
that it
can
would
smell
be
me?
kind of rude to like butt into the conversation.
Oh,
He's not listening in on.
okay.
You're weird, but
What?
you're not like an
He
outlaw.
thinks I'm weird? Can I tell that? Is that on his face? Is
Or
he
on his
avoiding
mind.
You
me?
can read surface level emotions, right? And the baseline level is people think you're weird. That's not even something you register, I don't think. It's just like that's
That's normal for
neutral.
me. So that's not, I'm like, that's normal. That's how everyone looks at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alien to Alyssa. Well, what about Snoopy over here? Do we trust him?
Don't be rude. He's just a colony kid. Somebody's son. He hasn't been here that long. Think he's looking for what all the colony kids want. Some bigger story, some adventure. You know, met 1,000 of them, haven't you? I
Yeah.
have.
What's Beetle doing?
I'm just touching up my appearance.
Okay, you're still working on that.
Yeah.
Great. I think in that case,
What, I can't look nice?
at this point,
Sometimes I want to look good.
Finn's listening in, so I think
Okay.
Alyssa's just going to call it out and say, "Isn't that right, kid? Looking for adventure?" And he has the good grace to feel a little bit embarrassed, but he says, "Sorry, my pa told me not to listen in, but you know, can't help it. I'm Finn." Hey,
Nice to meet you.
waves, then he moves a little closer, and then he extends a handshake to you.
Just got my hands dirty. Engine oil. I'm Doc. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Nice to meet you too.
Uh, what, is Alyssa right? Looking for adventure?
Well, I mean, yeah, who isn't, right? It's big sky out there and nothing to do out here.
Some of us are looking for anything but. Then.
Well, Edge is just so boring. There's nothing to do there, you know? That's why I headed out here.
There's tell me, Edge, a lot of CD landed out there?
Well, some, yeah. More than when I was little, but it's been slow. I'm not really sure. Is this your friend? Finn says, nodding towards, Beetle.
My colleague, and yes. Great guy.
Hey, I'm Finn, says Finn and extends the same handshake, this time slightly more hesitantly.
Hi, I'm Beetle. It's nice to meet you.
This is Beetle. Beetle's a great pilot. This is Finn. Finn lives out in the colonies on Edge. The moon down that way.
Well, I did, but now I'm kind of hoping to do something different.
Right.
I can't go interstellar because I only have a space bike, but I'm hoping to, well, get out there.
Well, I've been looking at some upgrades for space bikes. That could allow you to explore some of the cosmos.
Seem very safe, Beetle.
Do you really think, though? Because I've been thinking about this forever. My boss says I shouldn't be messing around with the space bike. Oh, but I kind of want to.
Yeah, I mean, you should probably listen to your father, because it's good to respect your elders. But if you did want to modify your space bike, I got some ideas that I've heard about that are fully aboard. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, that sounds great. If you have some time, I'd love if you could show me.
Yeah,
And
I could show you. Do you want to go to the loading bay? I think Sparky's got some spare parts that we could grab.
We get cut off, I think.
Yes. Oh.
Not by anybody who says anything, but just in a kind of shift of the atmosphere as a guy walks in who, well, actually, you're not sure it's a guy. Person's wearing a space helmet, which, you can wear the helmet
Does it look
inside.
like me?
They look anonymous. And there's one kind of person who wants to look anonymous.
So not like me, then. I'm not very
like
anonymous. Okay.
This person might be a merc or a hunter. Out in these parts, wouldn't be unusual to see someone looking for a little bit rougher work than you two tend to pick up. And
I'm gonna grab my pipe.
Quiet. Careful, Beetle. Try not to attract attention. Why don't you
Just
do some stretches in the back for a bit?
okay. But I got my pipe if you need me. I'm just saying.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm gonna slink into the back room.
Alyssa.
I'm not very discreet, I don't think, unfortunately, because I'm very gangly as well.
Sure. I'm not going to make you roll for it because
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think this is a small enough room that
Probably they've seen me at this point.
yeah.
I'm kind of a big green string bean of a being. Yeah.
Alyssa, this one? I try to say as quietly as possible.
Yeah, I think you're going to need to roll for that, honestly.
Right.
This isn't a coercion thing, though, I don't think.
Just sneaky? Or gonna be surreptitious?
You can
or
make a few different arguments, for sure. You could have a sneaky kind of roll, for sure.
Okay. I'll do an agility roll.
Sure, that seems fair. If you fail, I think you draw more attention to yourself.
I've rolled a 9.
Okay, cool. Okay. Alyssa leans in and says, well, you know the passphrase, but I've never met him before. I reckon you should be careful, right? Because who's to say who to trust out here? And you can feel there's an edge to those words that suggests, like, should you trust me out here?
I try to read her.
You get the sense that if things go south, she won't protect you in this space.
You've got a job. Everybody's got a job. You mind keeping them busy for a second? Probably get my friend out of here.
Do what I can. Nice seeing you again.
Hey, kid.
Yeah, says Finn.
That one over there? They've got some interesting adventures, I've heard. They can be a bit grumbly at first, but if you are persistent, probably find yourself some work.
Hey, I really appreciate that.
Of course. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. I'm going to follow Beetle to the back.
Sure. A disgruntled couple of people walk out of the room as you enter.
I'm so sorry. Beetle, are we alone in here now?
You are.
Beetle, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
There's a ticker tape out. Central Direct. They're looking for 2 outlaws.
Us. They're looking for us. Just be honest. Obviously, I know that.
You already know that?
Of course I know that. We're wanted across... Well, this is one of the quadrants that we're wanted in, which is why I was a little hesitant to come here.
Right.
What?
We are normally
I also know that you
wanted.
needed to see Alyssa, so I wanted to respect your time.
Wait, so you knew before we came in here that the CD currently has a warrant out for us specifically in this quadrant?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me or stop me from coming in?
You wanted to see Alyssa. What am I going to say to discourage you from going? I could have told you. You still would have wanted to come. Also, you know what quadrant we're in. What am I supposed to do? Why am I the only one paying attention to what quadrant we're in?
No, I don't.
Big space, man.
I'm not looking at the information coming in. I figure you have your ear to the communications. I'm not at the...
Doc, you gotta look at the info. I keep telling you, these readouts are not just for me, okay? As a pilot, I can't be doing everything. I know you're busy. I know you have your experiments. I know you need to cryo sleep to save time because you're not an ancient alien being.
Whatever. We're fucked now, is what's important.
What do you mean?
We gotta get out of here. We're not sure who could be in here. If any of these people know who we are...
Well, there's only one way out, and that's that way, and that's where the...
Right. Maybe we can find another way around.
Another way around? Well, I guess we could try to go up. I don't know if there's a way up from here.
There's a faded slogan from the space station days on the wall that says, you can always try up.
There's the suits, the ones we wore when we were doing our little star-seeing expedition.
Yeah. Well, we could try walking around.
Go to the top hatch.
Is that... Wait a second. Is there a way out here? I thought this was a sealed room.
No, but...
stretching.
Yes, the stretching. If we can take the passageway up that we took when we were star watching, doesn't have to go back to the main space. Then we spacewalk around.
From the other room, which I think the bar shares a wall with this room. You can hear 3 pointed knocks. Could have been disguised as putting down a bottle of whatever's on that wall, but seems like maybe it wasn't really that. Seems like maybe it was a little warning.
We should move. Come on.
I'll climb up. I'll grab you. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
I think we suit up quickly.
Okay.
And wait a second. Do I suit up?
I
When I
think
go out?
you
Are there
do
space
need a
suits that
suit.
fit me? Okay.
Yeah, you both have a spacesuit as like a default
Oh,
thing
that's
for
got
this
to be awkward
game.
for Beetle. I can't imagine that they make them in Beetle size. But
We probably
I
adapted
guess
some
Beetle
to
kind
you.
of kind of shrinks in
Yeah,
a
this
little bit.
super
I'm
awkward.
assuming. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll go up and then I'll pull you up.
Sure.
Okay. I think this is going to need a roll. Tell me what attribute you think is most appropriate.
We're going quickly, so I could say agility.
Okay. Sure. If you fail,
Yes.
well, it's a space hatch, so any number of bad things could happen, couldn't it? Worst case scenario, I suppose. you
I
get
keep
pulled out when you're
forgetting
not ready.
this is powered by the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be pretty bad if you got sucked out a space hatch when you're not ready for it. But I think it's not your first rodeo. So I'm going to say the true worst case scenario is just that you suck a whole bunch of, you get caught and you draw a huge amount of attention to yourself trying to go through this external port, which is surely rarely used.
Well, I rolled 2 d6s.
Right.
I add my agility.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I got 2 5s.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Great.
So that's 12.
Great.
Right. That's a success. You get what you want. Please tell me what it looks like as you slip around back to the bay.
I think Beetle slinks into this suit and in one fluid motion is like slumps into it and then swoops up through the hatch, grabbing after Doc, and with one fluid motion pulling Doc up after they've suited up. And as we slink around to the front, I feel like
I think we've got like magnet clamps that we can go on the outside of the station.
Magnet clamps. Sure. But I don't think we smush them down. I think we actually kind of try to slide across and we link our arms so that we're like connected this way. Does that make sense?
Nice. So we don't lose each other.
We don't lose each other. So then we slink across and we get to the front. Is
the spaceport open? I think is maybe one of the big questions.
Yeah, it's a good question. Is the spaceport open? Can we go in?
I think if anything can be entered without a whole lot of trouble, it's the spaceport from a sole person who's trying to get back in, because sometimes work needs to be done on the vessels outside of the artificial gravity.
Yeah,
so there's like maybe an access port near the front there.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it open or do we have to like ask for someone to like let
normally
us into
you'd be
it?
shit out
Is
of
there
luck
anyone guard?
because this would be used from the inside to get out, and you would need somebody looking out for you, keep an eye on your back. But lucky for you, you know somebody. And you see Sparky nod as he pushes the button to open the airlock on your side.
I think this part's maybe less stealthy than the rest of it, and we kind of like tumble through the airlock to the inside, and like are tearing off our suits. Is there anybody parked in spot XX2AGN?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, parked dead center in the port.
Wow, that's a good parking job.
Sparky, I'm sorry about this. We're gonna have to move quickly. Emergency. We've been called out. We're gonna go. Open the port for us.
Yeah, you probably ought to go. Hey, if I don't see you guys again, happy trails out there. And it feels more like a goodbye than you'd want it to. Doesn't feel like somebody who thinks you're in for a good time.
Thanks for everything, Sparky. And shit. Can you tell Alyssa sorry for me?
No, I can't. That's something you got to do yourself, and you know that.
I'll tell you what. Next time, I'll bring you back a few parts, Sparky. Thanks.
Next time. And Sparky gives you a sort of like a secondary hand gesture that you also know, bit of a cheekier one, lightens the mood a little bit.
Let's get it going. Come on.
I think we scramble up into the ship.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
I take the controls, and I'm gonna try to pull out.
I'm desperately watching the entrance port from the rest of the station as we're doing this, just keeping an eye, hoping I don't see anybody come through.
Yeah, keeping a great eye on the door, but it is distracting, that sleek little spacecraft parked just right in that spot. Black, clearly kept proudly. I think it says something. But you're piloting out of this place, so I'm going to need a roll. The consequences are that you damage the ship because you don't exit after the pressure. You bow to the pressure, and the ship scrapes against the door.
Okay. I guess that's pilot roll.
Sure. If you think you're doing something else, you can let me know.
I mean, I guess it would be piloting. I am piloting the ship. I was thinking about we could break the ship that's behind us before we go. We could do a little backup forward, but
you
think
can.
Beetle. Well,
Consequences of that one would include probably
blowing up our ship.
well, I think you could be in a lot of trouble, both from the space station as well.
Yeah. I also don't really
If
want to hit the ship
the roll
because
failed.
I kind of like the fact that someone was able to park in that spot. That's the one spot I've always been waiting for someone to park, and I'd feel pretty bad if I wreck their ship.
Beetle, time is of the essence.
Okay. I'm going. Okay. Would that? I guess that be? Is that agility, or would that be something else?
What did you roll before you asked?
Well, I rolled an 11.
Okay, well then I guess it doesn't matter. So the next time you tell me what you're rolling on.
Well, I was like, I don't know if pilot's always a different stat. If it's do I choose?
You get to choose and sort of make a case.
I think agility
unusual,
would still make sense. I just feel bad that I keep rolling agility, but everything that fits to agility, so I don't.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't want you to do it, I could always say nope.
Nope, not agility. Yeah. So I was gonna say agility. Just
great.
But next time I will announce it before, and then you can tell me if there's a reason I should.
The full Beetle experience here is wild.
Yeah.
You see the path.
13.
Sorry, were you attempting to bump into the other ship or not? I don't
No,
know
I'm not gonna bump into the other ship. I feel too mixed up about it. I don't think I can. That could be. What if they're not someone chasing us? What if that's like my my sister?
Door opens.
Beetle.
With that loud sound that always rumbles through this place every time the airlock opens. But the pressure doesn't get to you. What you do get to do is really push those engines. And that's not something that's always called for. So why don't you let me know what it looks like as you peel out of this place with a kind of acceleration that shouldn't even be possible in this craft.
Hold on to your bits and bobbles, Doc. And I think Beetle hits the gas. And all at once, the ship just rockets right out of there. It's like you blink and the ship is gone. And all that's left is a bunch of dust. We haven't really cleaned out our engines in a while, so it's a bit, there's like a kind of sparkle in the air as little flecks of fuel dust kind of settle everywhere. Kind of looks like a little poof of almost a firework.
Gotcha.
What
Oh,
is
it
that,
wasn't for you,
Reese's
Amanda.
Pieces?
That was for Lord Monk. Wanted to know what candy I was eating.
Oh,
Some Reese Nougat bars.
Just as
yum.
you finish this beautiful, graceful exit, there is a little flash of light as one of the engine bay, as one of the port lights flashes off the surface of a helmet of somebody entering into the bay. And yeah, out you are into open space, moving at a good clip. But where are you going?
Trying to solve that problem, Doc is like walking back and forth behind Beetle piloting.
I need a heading, Doc.
And just absolutely like tearing the shit out of his cuticles. There's like droplets of blood hitting the ground. Shit. There's nowhere safe, Beetle. I mean, we've burned every system that there is. This, at least, was sort of the backwoods. I thought we were safe for some time. It's always chasing me. It's always chasing me. We try to do something good one time, and the rest of your life is just absolutely destroyed.
Well, we could what about that planet where we saved the leader, the princess? Wasn't there a princess that we saved once, or a prince?
Isn't that like 40 weeks from here? It's the other side of the system.
Yeah, I guess it's the other side of the system. What if we return the ambulance?
What?
I don't know.
You just want to give it back?
Well, maybe if we give it back and we apologize and we explain what happened.
Beetle.
I was on my what?
Beetle, they're not after us for the ambulance. Okay.
Oh my gosh. What do you mean they're not after us for the ambulance? That's the whole reason they're after us. That's the thing that we did. That's the first thing. Well, not the first thing, I guess, but that's one of the most recent things.
No, they won't stop. They'll never stop. What I am and what you are, they will chase us forever. There's no way we can undo it.
What do you mean what I am? Oh, because you're a doctor?
Yes, because I'm a doctor and I have certain abilities, and you're special. You're medically.
What's wrong with me? I haven't done any. Well, I've done some crimes, but look, we need to figure out where we're going because I don't have time to be having this conversation right now. But whatever I am, okay. I don't understand why they'd want me other than I got a long rap sheet. I'm gonna admit I got a long rap sheet, but that's
wait, Beetle.
I can apologize. I can
Beetle,
give all
Beetle,
this
Beetle,
stuff back.
Beetle,
They want
Beetle,
the scrap
Beetle,
back.
Beetle,
The scrap
Beetle,
back. That's
Beetle. Did you refuel? When we got in there, did you refuel like you said you were going to? Beetle.
Oh, gobble glick.
We can see a sort of to-do list scrawled on a piece of paper in an unwieldy hand. Reconfirm secondary postbox Alpha Alpha 58. Stretches. Meet somebody like me. That one's not crossed off.
That didn't happen.
And refuel. That one's not crossed off either.
Oh my god, I didn't refuel, Doc. I didn't refuel. What are we gonna do?
How far have we got? Can we even get out of this system?
We have about half a tank.
Not
It's
gonna
enough
get
to get a
far.
system over, but that'd be an interesting place to end up. There's only so many systems in the Crook, and well, that one's got a base jump. You could head out pretty far from here, but of course, as we all know, base jump's controlled by CD. In fact, a lot of folks speculate that's Well, they've built it to get the resources out here, right? They have some kind of mining plan, some kind of operation, and that would be having a jump port's a huge asset. Built it before when it was a little easier to get them built. You know how regulations work. Red tape piles up. On the other hand, maybe you could just reach that one asteroid belt that you've laid low in more than once before. But it would be tight. And how much fuel would you have when you get there? Would it be enough to keep pace?
We don't have a lot of good options. Feel weird question for you. Let's get somewhere safe. Perhaps far side of the moon there, and we can just stay out of anyone's sensor range for a moment. What do you think? As we make a plan.
They're gonna find us behind the moon. It's
Just for a moment. I have something to show you. I got some supplies, and I wonder if they'd come in handy.
Look, Doc, I mean, we can go to the moon. I can get us to the moon. But I don't understand how that's going to help.
It was supposed to be a surprise, but I got pieces of a CD ship. Sparky loaded them on.
What?
Just interesting transponders and tech that they don't normally sell out here.
Okay.
It-
So where are you proposing that we what? That we modify the ship? That we change the ship?
Can we disguise ourselves? Maybe just long enough to get through the jump.
I don't know, but that's going to take time. And what if they find us?
Yeah, no, what if they find us?
What if they find us?
Or we head for the belt.
The belts worked before, but the only thing is that then we'll be out of fuel and we'll be stranded in an asteroid belt.
Send out a distress beacon. We go into cryo sleep. We wait.
Now, what? I can't go into cryo sleep. You know I'm allergic.
We wait.
Okay. Well, but wait, what if, okay, when you picked up those pieces, you said it's CD, and CDs, well, and this ship, but CDs more commonly could be used for my new fuel source that I've been trying to get us to use. And then if we go to the asteroid belt, if we make it, we could modify the ship, we could try the new fuel, and we'll have just over another half a tank. So basically we'll have a full tank. We just gotta reconfigure the ship.
Now
Do
that
a
you
little work
mention
on
it, some of the compounds used in these CD ships are pretty exotic. Maybe you could mulch it into something. Maybe you could get the engine to run on it. It's a shot, anyway.
You really think you can adapt the ship to take gobbledygook? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Look, we don't have a lot of options here.
We don't have a
Doc.
lot of options.
Also, why you say you gotta ask me a weird question and then I guess your question was go to the moon? Is that a question?
I just wanted to see if we could pause and disguise the ship with the cool pieces. That was my weird question.
I think let's put some more distance and then we can disguise the ship.
This is kind of an all or nothing play. We get out there, you have to
Get
be able
out
to fix
there.
the ship. You have to be able to adapt it to the fuel source, otherwise we're stuck.
Yeah.
Think you could do it?
Yeah, I could do it.
As the ship orbits edge again, and doing lazy circles, waiting, trying to decide what your plan of action was, you pass by that median point on this orbit-locked planet, that spot dividing the light side and the dark side where you imagine maybe in another life somebody could have settled down there. Not on this godforsaken moon, always the godforsaken moons, but just in that perfect band of light. And then As those engines engage, heading towards the asteroid belt, it's gone. I'm going to need a little bit of finesse if you want to make it out here. I'm going to need something. Some kind of roll needs to happen for you to find yourself in a place in this belt that makes sense. It doesn't need to be pilot if you have another argument, and it doesn't need to be beetle if you have a thought about that too. But I am open to suggestion.
I'm thinking we have to like basically tear out the systems of the ship in order to just conserve fuel. Like right, like basically the hard part here is we have to like last to the end. So I'm wondering whether we might be able to like I wonder like the doc could doctor, as it were, the like life support systems down to like bare minimum in order to just like float us, squeeze every last ounce of fuel out of this thing. What do you think, Amanda?
Yeah, I think that could work.
We try that?
Yeah, let's try it.
So it's going to require, Kurt, we're going to be like I have to basically like rip out most of the surgical medical suite. We got to like take out all the machines, and then the final trick is to like turn off almost all the life support systems. I hook up 2 IVs to me, and then many more to Beetle, because Beetle's a much more complicated organism. In order to pump some like oxygen and requirements directly into their body, so I can turn off the systems that are keeping the air at the right makeup for us. So I'm thinking an intelligence roll to finally use some of my scientific knowledge to try to turn this thing into kind of just bare minimum to keep us alive to the asteroid belt.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Consequences if you fail: life support system goes down, and you got to divert the ship's whole power to auxiliary systems to try and keep yourself going out here. Not a lot of options. Probably if somebody was tailing you, they'd catch up. Of course. So
Here we go.
Okay.
Rolled a 5 and a 3. 8. I'll add my intelligence. 2. Got 10.
that's a success. It's a slow process as you pull out these systems that, while they weren't yours once, have come to feel very familiar. Doesn't feel quite right. Renovation done too hastily to something that means something. Closest thing you have to a home is, well, carrot paste. And so it might not feel right, but you do it. You manage to gut the ship and cruise through with enough power that it's not too much trouble sidling into the asteroid field. But, of course, there's still another hurdle. Part 2 of the plan.
Can I add a little scene here?
I would love if you did.
Yeah. Beetle, as the doc is like rigging all this stuff up, he's like very caught up in the science of it all, and he just keeps like listing off well, I mean, the way that you were designed, there's sort of a very minimal amount of oxygen is required, especially for sort of your exterior limbs. All the oxygen requirements are concentrated in your torso, which is actually quite useful in this case because we can just limit all the routing of the oxygen directly to the places it's most needed. Then we don't have to worry so much about diffusion. And it's very clear the doc knows just everything about your biology, just like an absolute expert. And maybe like at some point you just catch him, he's saying something, he's like, and I mean, your liver's completely anoxic, which I think is a stroke of genius. Whoever figured that out. It's just like it's all very strange the way he talks about you.
Right. Okay. I'm focused on flying, so I'm listening to this, but I'm kind of like,
Okay, well, it's weird.
Okay.
I'm
Then I think we leave it there. We drift to the asteroid belt.
okay.
Pulling in alongside one of these rocks, moving in parallel to many others. They're not as close as they seem on the pulpy sort of adventures. Not a tight cluster, just enough that, well, if you weren't careful, if you ran out of fuel, you might find yourself adrift. It's close, but there's a chance here. A chance to not be seen. Certainly your ship is about the size of a lot of these asteroids, and well, you've known how to turn her so she goes dark for a long time. First lesson you learn if you're going out in places you aren't supposed to be. So what does it look like when you try to do what you got to do here?
I think I want to try to put up um can I put up a force wall around the ship? How big is the ship? Do we have dimensions for this thing? Is
I
it small?
believe it takes all of your focus to do so.
Right. I mean, just trying to think of how we can shield ourselves where we're doing this upgrade, because we're going to need a bit of time, and there are asteroids everywhere.
I'm okay.
I
Wait,
can
I'm imagining that we just can we land on one of the bigger asteroids, like that scene from Star Wars Episode 2 or something?
Hide on our asteroid?
Uh-huh. And then we can at least we're secure. We don't have to worry about smashing into an asteroid, maybe, but
I guess, yeah. I mean, when we're usually hiding in this asteroid belt, are we usually stationary or are we usually moving? That's the question.
I mean, the asteroids are moving. The problem is less about whether or not you could land on an asteroid and more about the fact that an asteroid's just as likely to hit another asteroid as it is to hit you.
But you're going to have to be quick, I think, either way. I mean, I guess I can do the upgrade and I'll just focus on that. And we'll just hope that it goes fast enough.
And I'll watch the systems, and if it looks like we're in trouble, we're gonna keep that one little blaster on the one little booster on the bottom. I'll get the ship out of there. I know you don't normally trust me with the controls, but I can do it. Don't worry. I have flown a while ago.
I trust you with the controls. There was a time that you flew before I was flying, so you can have the controls.
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Okay. Now, what exactly are you trying to do?
I'm trying to take the parts and basically change I'm changing out kind of part of the hull of the ship. I have to basically seal everything and go in a suit to change the hull outside. And I also need to change our basically our fuel transmission so that we now have something that can potentially use this new fuel and the other fuel. So it'd be kind of like a hybrid.
Why does it have to be hybrid? I think we should just switch, right? I feel like you because you're so excited about this gobbledygook fuel or whatever. Actually,
you can just fully
you have a ton of it in the hold that you just bought one time.
If you were confident with me changing it fully, I can change it fully. That's fine.
I think we have to.
Okay. All right. Well, I
so
hope
the
works.
Consequences, I think, are obvious. If you fail, you're spaced.
Yeah.
Now we have no fuel at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're stranded. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are you rolling with?
Well, I'm not a mechanic, nor did I ever claim to be one. But I've been learning. And I think because of that, I think this would either be intelligence or willpower.
I'd be
We
happy to
could say
let you roll on
intelligence because
either.
it's a skill. We could say willpower because I'm literally trying to put everything I've ever learned and have into this one thing.
Yeah, I'm happy for you to roll on either. Pick one
Okay.
and do it.
Okay, let's do willpower because I have got better stats. Not to
Okay,
max min, but just that's the
that's what they're
thing.
there for.
That's what
I'm
they're
not
there
max
for.
minning. I'm min maxing.
Yep. I still rolled 2 dice,
Still roll 2 dice.
but I don't get a reroll.
You don't get a reroll.
Oh my god. I rolled a 5 and a 4,
Oh, great.
and I get 1. So that's 10.
Phew. We're so good at this
Okay.
game.
Tell me what it looks like.
It looks like success. I go through the hull. I basically create a barrier that I can pass through in my suit. And this suit has actually been modified for me, the one that we have on the ship. So it's a little bit more comfortable. There are extra tubes dangling out of it because that's part of what's keeping me. I'm assuming because we don't have life support on the ship, there's like IVs and weird things in me that's just hanging out,
Yeah.
connecting back to the ship. Those are not space-proof tubes. So if something happens to one of those, I'm so screwed. And then I'm gonna basically quickly change the hull. Fortunately, it's a brick and play type hull, so you kind of just snap it off. It's kind of like a Lego piece. It's like 1, 2, 3 off, 1, 2, 3 on. And because I'm got very long limbs, I can do this pretty quickly. So that's helpful. And I remember back to when Sparky was showing me the potential of different fuels. And that's what got me onto the Globbledygorp because I was thinking this is something that I can see has within it this little ignition, this little spark. It's a little volatile, but if you plug it in properly, it can actually be more efficient than regular fuel. And there's a more ready source of it in the galaxy. It's not as limited. Which it could, that's why I'm saying it could be a better fuel, but it is volatile. So,
Just to be clear, I
so
can't hear anything that you're saying. You have a lot of spacesuit on, and you're in a vacuum.
I'm not talking to you. I'm trying to talk to myself as I walk myself through this. I've never done this before, okay? Change! Okay, and then I'm going to take the fuel transmission, and I basically have to blow into it to clear all the fuel out, which is really gross, by the way, and is not something I would recommend that you do. It's not very safe. But I'm pretty sure our race has been doing this for eons, I think. And then I will, after I've cleared it out, attach those tubes right into the engine, and voila, now I can plug in the gobbledygook from inside the ship. And I come back through, and I turn off the barrier. We are fully retrofitted, somewhat, in theory.
And it's not just theory, it's in practice. As you depress that acceleration, that hum of the engine has never sounded so healthy.
Oh my gosh.
You, quick as a rocket, find yourselves propelled in the direction of that place you're trying to get to. That place outside prying eyes. That place that, well, you've bought yourself enough time to get to. Enough time to do anything you need to once you're there. You're clear. What are the last things we see as you blast off?
We're like sitting side by side, pilot co-pilot chairs. And I think I just reach out across the two chairs, grab your hand, Beetle.
And I think Beetle takes your hand in their 3 little fingers. And, you know, you never sit up here with me anymore. It's kind of nice.
I started trusting you. Need to watch over your shoulder.
I know. But just sometimes I get lonely.
I know. I'm here. Someone like you.
I know.
Home.
And we rocket off into the stars. And then what happens though? Because this is powered by the apocalypse.
In a dim room, in one of the less used corridors of this gangly space station that just a few people call home, we see some friends of yours sitting with a stranger. Sparky perks up and says, "And then you shot it clean through." The stranger nods. "Should take their tail off of it. CD won't go looking anymore." Alyssa pipes up, "But why didn't you say something? You were right there." The stranger says, "Didn't seem like the right moment. When you go looking for someone like yourself, well, you want it to be the right moment." And as our view shifts, we see someone who looks a lot like Beetle. Same sort of coloration, but a little better put together, like a second pass at it. We see a barcode on their forehead, CD, mostly laser removed now. Certainly an effort was made. Went rogue, seems. And as this second pass made by, well, no one, surely, because it would be illegal and no one would do anything with the doctor's work anymore. As this second pass stands, starts walking away, Sparky says, "Well, tell him we said hi if you catch up to him. It's a nice thing you did back there, getting them off your tail. Getting them off their tail." Stranger just nods, puts her helmet back on, and walks back to that spacecraft that she's sure someday she'll track her sister down with. Her brother, her father, it's all very confusing. But someday she'll figure it out. Okay.
That's our game of Offworlders.
What?
A little
Wait, so
round of applause
did
for Kurt's little
That was very
finale. I loved it.
good.
Very good.
We survived?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You rolled
Oh.
like a full success every time.
I know,
We rolled
but
so
are
good.
we rolled really well. I think Laura Bailey's tactic, if this is what she does, works, man. I think
I don't know what that means, but right, the dice thing.
New dice.
He's
yeah,
got a whole dice route.
I only rerolled one set of dice once because they rolled well. So I was like, well, they rolled well the first time, so I'll roll them again. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna mess with the same dice. I'm gonna grab new dice. So I rolled 6 d6s in this. I think I maybe rerolled either 1 or 2 sets once. But that's so cool. Wait, I didn't know that you could survive Powered by the Apocalypse.
I have been put through the ringer in Powered by the Apocalypse games before, and it has made me hesitant to go back to them. But this one just seemed fun, so.
It was, and I love that we survived. I was ready to say goodbye at one point, but I thought, you know, when you're in the shit, so to speak, you don't saying goodbye makes it final. It's like giving up. And I feel like even if you know your
characters are headed towards destruction, they don't know. So
Yeah.
although I wanted to believe it wouldn't work, I was like, Beetle is not going to give up.
You didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
was really fun.
I loved that epilogue, Kurt. Did you have the helmet twist when we saw the helmeted character in the first place?
no,
love
no.
that.
You got to build the bridge in front of you while you cross it, right?
Oh,
That's all you
so
can do.
good. What a good landing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't know what Beetle's gender was, by the way. I was thinking that Beetle was kind of fine with any gender that anyone wanted to give them. They were very chill. He, she, they, them, it, whatever.
No
Sure.
clear sign that there was sex or gender.
I don't think there was I don't think Beetle really understood any of those
Clearly
ideas.
didn't understand
that-
sex.
Stretch?
Stretching. That's what you do.
Oh, gotta stretch.
Uh,
This was a delight.
good game, guys. Good game. Very fun.
Woo.
Such good
yeah.
creations.
Beetle was pretty fun to play. This was very, very cool. I loved this. Thank you so much for playing with me, and thank you, Kurt, for GMing the
Yeah,
what a
thank you.
delightful little game.
Sure. I got you.
How'd it feel DMing? Do you like it?
Oh, it's not my first rodeo, which is the second time I've said that expression tonight, which is real strange about. It's just odd in this context, because in this context, we so often share the mic, and you still did. There were things that you did all over the place that
Were
I think,
very
not
GM
happen
based.
at a traditional table, which is why
I was trying
it's such
to
a
be
treat to
like,
play with you both.
this is where I ask the GM what happens, I think.
I feel deeply uncomfortable being like, Kurt, what do I see? Because it just feels like we never do that. And I'm like, it
Also,
feels
I often
gross.
just passed you the mic, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how we like to tell stories. Why should it just be me with the mic? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it is also the thing of the nice thing is, can you please add Beetle to your wheel? I can. I did spell Beetle with a D for anyone that is curious, but I like that people just write it like Beetle, which I kind of like the idea
Beetle.
of Beetle just picking that name, or that name being picked because Beetle maybe looks a bit like a beetle, and they're like close enough. I definitely can add Beetle to the wheel if you want Beetle impersonation. We can definitely do that. I was just gonna say, with GMing though, you get to decide how you want to GM. So it's totally fine, I think, to pass it off to players and ask them for input as a GM. But
sure.
it is
And I'm
that thing
big
of,
believer
I
in
just
that.
never want to step on your toes if you're GMing, or if anyone's GMing. So that hopefully that was all right, and we didn't do that.
You
too
folks
much.
did great. You're always a treat to play with. You know that. For
We
anybody, yeah. Are we all doing a thing next week? I am just gonna do our promo for it anyway.
Let's do it.
Our next game, folks, is going to be one of the last before our campaign. We just have a couple more, maybe three, maybe two.
Maybe.
It's called Grasping Nettles, and it's going to be a little world-building game about
Yes.
a place on the precipice of two things. We're going to be creating this this very unique place all our own, and explore a little bit of the lives that are there. But that's not for today. That's just a little tease for next time. So as always, folks, tune in with us at Lives You'll Enjoy. Thanks for joining us today. Amanda, do you have anything you want to plug?
I would just like to say that I have my YouTube channels. I have Amanda McKnight Official is my new one, where I do reactions exclusively. I'm also over at Vampex13 on YouTube. You can also find me here on Twitch, Vampex13. I stream 5 days a week, usually. I will probably be streaming next either on Thursday or Friday. And yeah, part of me kind of wants to do a late night extra bonus stream today, but I think that's kind of insane. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. No promises.
Wow.
Um,
She's committed. 3 streams one day.
that would be kind of
That would
crazy.
be crazy.
But yeah, I've been playing Expedition 33, so we're probably going to continue with some of that. But I might also do some Silent Hill 2 remake, because I did re-download it, and now I really want to play because Eric's been playing it in my community, and now I'm just thinking about how much I like that game. It's really good. Anyways, that's basically all I have. What about you guys? What are you up to?
Anything for the folks to know, Kurt?
I don't think I have any news right now. I guess I'll reiterate that I'll be at Breakout Con in March. They've officially announced me with a post and everything. Someone from like my real
La la.
offline life saw it and was like, "Guess I'll see you there,"
Cute.
which is funny.
That's fun.
But yeah, if you folks go to Breakout Con in Toronto in March, just feel free to say hi. And also tell me who you are because I won't know. There's so many people there.
Yes.
Yeah. But
And we
no,
might all be there. Good
we
chance.
might all be
Oh
there.
yeah, there's a good chance we might all be there. Maybe streaming, maybe just as a person attending the con. I don't know. I probably could apply to be media or do something. But I feel weird doing that all the time because I'm just like I don't do a lot of tabletop content. I do love tabletop content though, and I guess I do sometimes do it. Anyways, I'll probably be at
Just
Breakout
once
Con.
a week, you know.
I mean, yeah, I guess I do once a week. I probably will be there either way, either and you know, if we're there, if we are doing something there, you can come check it out and potentially watch us if we do that, which would be weird and cool. And I would love that.
Lovely. Okay, well, the final thing that we want to tell you about is if you're into some more gaming this evening, we should head over to Zeal Zaddy of channel here on Twitch, who's playing a game that looks really cool, called Triangle Agency. It's like a paranormal horror game, sort of like corporate horror. I think you play agents in like a corporation that investigates paranormal things. Have you heard of it, Kurt?
Oh
That's so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard of it.
Okay,
Since
okay.
the Quinn's Quest video, the
Cool.
whole world's heard of it.
Everybody knows it.
But I
I've
knew
never
about
heard of it.
beforehand.
Oh, I have
Uh,
never heard of this, but
it
I'm very
sounds
excited to check it out.
super cool. So
I'm the
head on over there.
last person on the planet to hear about it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited.
So enjoy that, and we will be back next week, I think. Same time, generally, same place. And until then, I hope nobody lies to you in your real life.